map draft is underway here.
Yeah, Route 66 is banned out first from IDDQD. They do not enjoy that map, it seems. That has been a trend of theirs through the map drafts in a while. Reunited will take out Temple of Anubis versus IDDQD, following suit kind of and taking out Ilios, two maps that teams just generally don't prefer.
Yeah, and that's just interesting to me that they really dislike Route 66 at that point. At some point, we're going to have to track down a member of IDDQD and be like, why do you hate this map so much? But IDDQD's ban's very, very similar to the last set that we saw. They take out Ilios, Nepal, and Route 66, the same first three. Reunited, not wanting anything to do with capture point maps, takes out Anubis, Hanamura, but then takes out Dorado as the last point.
Well,
so
IDDQD thinks Dorado is their best map, and they might be right on that. Their defense on Dorado first point is very, very strong. So taking out one of your opponent's best maps is a smart strategy there. We'll see if IDDQD follows suit, but I imagine they might take out Lijiang here as well. But if they want to take away a good map from Reunited, they would take away Numbani. But there goes Lijiang off the board.
Lijiang's off the board, and we have our 5 maps. Again, that's the cool thing about Best of 5 is that you have a much deeper map pool, and Volskaya is going to be one of those maps.
Yep, it's just kind of the nature of having this is, you know, you can only ban out 7 maps total, so you have 5 left. Gibraltar goes off. Of course, we're not banning that out of the map pool. We're just seeing where we're going to first. I think we're going to Kings Row. Just my gut feeling and just how the Overwatch
that would
trend
be
has gone.
a third set in the row where Kings Row is the first map. It is actually, at this point, it's just we should just declare Kings Row is always the first map. I mean, that's what teams have been showing us. But what? Oh no! What if IDDQD just wanted to mess with Reunite here and go Volskaya first?
That's up to them. I mean, IDDQD,
that would be hilarious. Please do that, IDDQD.
I want to go to Kings
I don't think
Row
they will.
because we haven't seen the Hanzo strat in a couple days. So I think maybe we might see the return
we
of the
actually,
Hanzo strat.
you've missed so much. We saw the Hanzo strat
Did
today.
it kill anyone? Did it kill support?
No, but it came really close to killing a Widowmaker.
Huh. All right.
Well, you know.
Kings Row it is, though.
Row it is. And Kings Row, I mean, this is just interesting to me that it's become just sort of this agreed upon standard recently. There was a point where teams were hating playing on Kings Row, and really just the last week, everyone's been nothing but in love with Kings Row.
Yeah, I was going to ask for a second. I'm like, this is a weird roster change. Who's PTI Wiki? Where's Valataja? But I think he just got mixed up. He's in Spectator now. I think we need to switch those two.
One day we're going to have a game where the caster is in on one of the two teams, but that day is probably not today.
Yeah.
Or maybe Valataja is joining us for the cast, and he was actually Bastion all along.
Illuminati. That's all I have to say in response to that. I had another line I was going to say, but it wasn't coming out of my mouth, so Illuminati.
When in doubt, defer to Illuminati.
Exactly. But, you know, here is the Illuminati. Valataja and the guy who's currently holding his spot on that team have the same icon.
It is a little bit eerie.
Yeah.
We can actually bring that up for people so they can see. This is important.
Yeah, clearly. So we do have spectators back in now. Our admin doing some work. That is Dvex. Shane getting it done.
Yep, so it looks like Reunited will be on attack first. They said they want to, so they're going to have to switch everyone yet again. Or I'm going to have to switch overlays. Either way, though, this is going to be our third set of the day here in the Overkill.gg League. Some of the very best in Overwatch coming to you all throughout the month of April and into May. Very glad to be here and sharing this with you guys. And this is just the beginning. I mean, even then tomorrow we're coming back with the North American side with another good 4 matches. So really exciting stuff.
Yeah, it should be fun all throughout. I mean, like, I jumped in, just was like, all right, I'll do the set. Then you're like, oh, we have another best 5 and another best 5. I'm like, all right, cool. And then it's like, oh, it's Reunited versus IDDQD. It's like, can you ask for any more? These teams have just been, like, they just kind of brawling it out. And like I said, things are getting close. And it's, I don't know, I'm just stoked to see IDDQD with Pluppy, a.k.a. Tavik, on Junkrat on defense. Like, it's been one of my favorite things to watch over the last month on this map. Kings Row got a little stale for me, and then until that kind of strategy really revitalized it, so it'll be interesting to watch that all go down too. But
so I don't know why this happens where the lobby just goes like pure, like blinding white. I mean, I guess some games do have blinding white. I think back to like Star Wars Battlefront where you loaded the game and the monitor just like sears your retinas to their core. But you know what? We can go back to the caster cameras while we're waiting for the game to start.
Yeah, I mean, blinding light, white, I don't understand. It's just, you know, how I cast constantly with the studio lighting here. Got to get the green screen.
Studio lighting, yeah.
Green screen's important. We're burning our cornea so you don't have to see our bedrooms.
Yeah, actually mine lying a little bit messed up here. You see a little bit. I think that's just like the glare in the back. Or we're just sponsored by Windows, and we never really said.
Yeah, I was gonna buy like blackout blinds for my windows, and I'm like, oh, it's fine. You're not really casting that much. You can just throw blankets over them. But now it's definitely an investment I need to make, considering these blankets have been over my windows for a month now.
Yeah, those are going to be some dusty blankets. And also, what if you need blankets?
Well, I mean, hopefully, I did snow yesterday in Chicago, so it's a very, very sincere possibility that I will need blankets for the snowstorms in April.
In fact, there's a stream delay here, so I think people are mentioning the burning about the same time. Reinforce commenting in chat, I just woke up and my eyes are burning. Look, it's not our fault. I mean, I guess it's partially our fault. We could have switched off immediately, but I don't know. Just strange bugs that happen, I suppose.
Yep, so I think teams are ready. Taimu says he's ready. Morte says they're ready. Are you ready? Should I say
I'm ready. We're ready. I'm always the worst at saying ready. It's just, we get involved in the castings. I was just like, surely the casters will answer soon, skeleton.meme.
Well, it's also, I mean, we have so many different avenues of communication going on here. There's game chat, there's Skype, there's Discord. We're actually speaking to each other, over microphones, so it's hard to keep it all intact.
Voice communication is a dying breed, though. I mean,
that's
all
true.
about text messaging. But we are getting into game. IDDQD versus Reunited. Best of 3 out of 5 coming your way. Should be a good one. And this is a set that absolutely could go to 5 games.
Yeah, given recent history that they have played full sets the last 2 times they met. A best of 3 went to 3, best of 5 went to 5. Those were both in the playoffs and in the finals of a GosuGamers EU Weekly tournament as well. So the recent history of these teams is it's going to be extremely close. Now, on defense right now, if you are new to Overwatch, as some of you just might be, they're running 3 Lucios at the moment. That is just to speed burst out this Symmetra. Actually, Nabrijabup on Symmetra. That is a bit of an interesting switch up, as generally, I think Coco usually runs it. Or no, Hulk runs the Symmetra. So Nabrijabup on the Symmetra. So they're boosting him out so he can get turrets up and get in place for the defenses. Now they're going to go back and switch. So Coco's going to come up on Reinhardt. Taimu will be playing defensive Widowmaker. Internet Hulk will be on the Zarya as a flex. Tvik will be on McCree. Nabrijabup, as aforementioned, is on the Symmetra, and Chips will be playing Mercy.
I'll take a look at the offense here coming out from Reunited. We're going to have Winghaven on what else but Reinhardt. Too easy looking for the early picks on Widowmaker, and I just totally freaked myself. I hit the hotkey that I thought was too easy. I was like, how is too easy in the enemy base? But no, too easy is definitely not in the enemy base. We have Morte on the Mercy, Cruz on Lucio, Volataja on Zarya, and Unfixed, rounding things out on the Pharah. And Unfixed, we've seen really good stuff out of him today, and we'll see if that continues here versus IDDQD.
Well, it's going to have to wait a little bit as Taimu just takes Unfixed out immediately.
Yeah, Taimu with the immediate first blood, the instant reaction first blood. I don't know, look at this Widow fight already going on. Taimu going to go down, get hit by a fire strike and a snipe. Rough go for Taimu, and now Reunited, Unfixed is going to be back up in a month. They can keep moving. Winghaven able to take out the Nabrijabup. Winghaven having himself a game here so far. 2 kills for Winghaven. Unfixed moving in over the top as Pharah. Doesn't have to worry about the Widow just yet. Down goes Zarya, just cannot stand up to those rockets. Winghaven with the 3rd kill. Winghaven with the triple kill on this so far. Down goes Mercy, not before rezzing though. And there's still a little bit of life in the IDDQD defense, so I'm not sure for how much longer.
Yeah, Unfixed is up top taking people out too. An uncharacteristic defense, as we did not see to be come up with that Junkrat, much to my chagrin. But I think it's because they wanted to run that defensive Widowmaker instead, and it looked fine immediately with that first pick, but after that, Winghaven went nuts. Very quick first capture for Reunited.
Yep, Reunited able to get that point, and they are moving with a lot of haste here, so we'll see just what Reunited continues to do, but a good look for them. They looked really strong in their first set today against Impulse 11, so let's see if they can keep this going.
They're going to have Wombo up shortly, and what is more fitting than King's Row Streets phase than Graviton Surge into Barrage?
Yeah, and that's really been a staple of Reunited in recent days, and it's worked out really well for them. They've usually gotten big wombo kills, not just once a game, but oftentimes twice as well. So they do have the offensive sound barrier coming up. They're coming in over the top. Too easy with 2 quick picks as Widowmaker, as Unfixed now laying in the rockets, able to take out the Reinhardt. Momentum very much in Reunited's favor, but Taimu striking right back with a double kill. Meanwhile, take a look at Unfixed. Unfixed is creeping, looking for the barrage. Justice reigns from above, and he is taken out by Tvik. Tvik had a different idea.
Yeah, they did not combo that early. They use a Graviton Surge to make sniping a lot easier. Really easy to hit stationary targets, but now the defense is aggressing here. TV comes in, is able to take down Winghaven's shield. They're looking for blood.
Tvik going very deep. Winghaven able to get that health pack, going to save him at least a little bit, but a good hold by the side of IDDQD. It was looking pretty rough to begin with, but they were able to hold. Too easy, almost picking off T-Vic. Has to run for his life. Earthshatter comes down. Down goes Coco, so this is now a 65 pair of the offense. Incoming offensive Earthshatter, but defensive Graviton Surge is out. The kill feed, though, all red. They're able to weather the storm. Internet Hulk, though, still very, very aggressive here, trying to get a few kills. Looking at Lucio, gets pistol whipped by Volutaja. If you can even call that a pistol, it's like laser cannon, but still, they are moving forward, and that's going to be a very decisive fight for Reunited.
Yeah, Too Easy continues to get picks on his sniper. Now, the only ultimates up are Resurrection, so it's going to be interesting to see who has to use first. Taimu able to take out Too Easy on his defensive Widow, though, winning that battle.
Yep, Taimu and Too Easy going back and forth here this game. Both very good Widowmakers, so that matchup can always be variable, but whoever wins will have a big effect. That being said, defense being really aggressive. Coco charging all the way and so deep. In trouble now, might get taken out right away. Too Easy, though, able to get taken out by Taimu. And Taimu now being very aggressive with the sniping. Gets a headshot on the Winghaven. Winghaven almost down. He's going to need to heal up from that Mercy. Gets his Arya Shield. Might survive just yet. Defensive res going to bring up all the fallen heroes that Reunited had just killed. Graviton Surge is out, though. Is it Wombo combo time? In comes the barrage. Doesn't quite get the values looking for. Unfixed died, but Unfixed coming right back up. Meanwhile, Taimu getting the snipes. This is absolute pandemonium on both sides.
Yeah, Taimu was able to take out that barrage before it does a ton of damage, but there's still a lot of pressure on the cart. The combo is up, and Volutaja is getting a ton of damage done on his Zarya.
And look at Unfixed. Unfixed just landing normal rocket after normal rocket. Picks up another double kill. We saw him do this earlier in the day versus Impulse 11. He is still just as much on point. Just really awesome stuff coming out of Unfixed. And I said, not gonna say his praise too much, but he has leveled up a lot. Meanwhile, we do have Internet Hulk coming out with the Tac Visor. Offensive Sound Bearer is out, trying to negate that a bit. Internet Hulk not gonna get the most value. Winghaven charging in, able to, or gets taken out immediately. Unfixed takes out Taimu, though. Both sides getting their kills in. 5v5 with them up. Too Easy really, really deep as Tracer. Defensive Sound Bearer is going to come up, and maybe IDDQD can push us out with this. We will see.
Yeah, it is going to be up to Unfixed and Unfixed alone to be taking out Taimu on that sniper, as Too Easy did come up on the Tracer, not getting a ton of work done on it, as T-Beak and Internet Hulk combined for 4 kills. Resurrection comes out.
Resurrect comes up from the offense. It's not over yet. In comes the barrage. Justice rains from above, but the save from Taimu. Taimu saving his team. His team would have been completely wiped out by that barrage, but a clutch snipe saves them in the end, denying Unfixed that quad kill. And IDDQD going to push back, and down goes Too Easy. Gets absolutely domed by Taimu.
Yeah, Winghaven was still in there at the end. He used a kind of a panic Earthshatter. He did get 3 in it, but he was all alone. That Earthshatter not going to be up for the next fight. The only ultimates on the field now are defensively Resurrection and Earthshatter.
Yeah, and really, really good hold from IDDQD. I think most teams would have folded there, but they were able to find a way of standing in. Good play by all sides. Really good play by the offense, too. I mean, very close. Earthshatter comes down from Coco, doesn't get what he wants. He charges really deep, gets punished horribly, and now a 6v5 opportunity coming up for Reunited.
Yeah, that's kind of how the last fight started, but they were unable to punish Coco for his early charge. Volutaja now on McCree, looking much more comfortable than on Zarya. He's getting kills left and right.
Too Easy coming in, looking for the pickoff, looking to get 76 if he can. Volutaja with the double kill, making this looking very good for Reunited. He's on top. It's High Noon. Down goes High Noon, gets an extra kill, and now IDDQD on the verge of getting capped here on Kings Row. W Mouse 1 takes out Lucio, and there it is. Reunited going to cap the point, but IDDQD buying themselves a lot of valuable time.
Yeah, they did stabilize on defense there, though, but Volutaja just switched to McCree, rolled in, got a 3K, enough to get his High Noon up, and then pretty much single-handedly won that for the team.
Rotate with the res here. I'm seeing more and more good Mercy play as well, but this is a double res, but this is, I think this went back and forth for a while where IDDQD ended up holding,
yeah.
But still, I mean, just lots of pressure on both sides.
Yeah, Taimu's a pretty good Widowmaker there. I mean, we've seen him put up tape on defensive Widow on Kings Row on like 4 to 5 different teams, actually. He's played on several different rosters. Of course, he's back kind of home now, playing that Widow, and I think that's why you're seeing the composition differences on IDDQD, because for a long time, when they got Pluppy, like, Pluppy was playing kind of that off, and then he was playing a Junkrat most of all when Mendo was up. So it's kind of weird to see what they're going with now, but apparently not favoring the Junkrat on IDDQD, but Taimu had a good game, but Volutaja actually just pretty much rolled through there as McCree won that game for Reunited, or won that capture for Reunited.
Yeah, just good stuff coming out from all players involved. I mean, this is really a joy to watch from Overwatch perspective. Now, people might be going, well, gee, is all Overwatch like this? Yes and no. I mean, really, back and forth matches like the one we saw there, even though it was a relatively quick time coming out from Reunited, it was still amazing to watch. Usually, you'll have matches where maybe one team is just totally dominant, but that's not the case. Both these teams have amazing players, and we get to see both teams just go back and forth, and it's just awesome to watch, observe, and just be here as part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Overwatch definitely has going for it as far as like competitive and just like, you know, regular play goes is that the format is almost entirely the same, right? 6v6, choose a hero, you can stack up heroes, there's no, you know, ban system, anything like that. So what you're seeing these pros do, you can replicate in a solo queue if you want and take some of these strategies yourself and apply them to the game. I played Junkrat on Kings Row because I watch competitive.
Indeed. So taking a look here at the defense coming out from Reunited, they're going to have Morte on the Zenyatta, Valtaja on McCree, Unfixed on the Junkrat, Too Easy on Symmetra, Winghaven on Reinhardt, and Cruz on Lucio.
Yeah, so a very IDDQD looking defense coming out from Reunited. Now on offense, IDDQD is going to run a double McCree composition, Tvik and Taimu on those McCrees. Coco will be on Reinhardt, Chips will be playing Mercy, Nabridgebuff of course on Lucio, and Internet Hulk flexing onto Zarya.
Yep, Zarya, we're seeing more and more of her recently. Just her ability to wombo and clear points is unparalleled. An interesting positioning here. I think they were afraid of the Mass Hanzos that they saw earlier in the tournament, but no Mass Hanzos coming out here, and IDDQD just getting right onto the point, not wasting any time. Too Easy, though, able to blow up Coco very quickly with the Symmetra Orb. Tvik, though, striking right back, takes out Cruz. This is 5v5. Internet Hulk very charged up right now, going to land a very good Zarya shot, and already a lot of momentum in favor of IDDQD as Taimu picks up a double kill.
Yeah, a pretty clean wipe there from IDDQD.
There's the Siren. I love the team kill Siren. It's so obvious. It's almost there to make the other team feel bad. I'm not even sure if they hear it when you're on the receiving end, but my goodness, that's just...
So you're going to see them push a little bit forward here. I'm actually surprised it's taken this long. They're going to put a McCreeper up top. But generally, you would see them pushing a little further forward, trying to get Internet Hulk some damage done to charge his Graviton. One of the harder ultimates in the game to charge, but definitely worth it and game-changing. But McCreeper up top on here.
Yep, so we fixing the time that's in progress. It froze. There it is, 4:45 left on the clock. As they move forward, we see Internet Hulk. Reinhardt going in. They're just going so aggressive. Taimu with the double kill.
Yeah.
Really, Reunited getting wrecked here. Nice shots from Internet Hulk. Taimu with the follow-up. This is already 3 kills in favor of IDDQD. Zarya fully charged up, but here comes Arez. There might be life in Reunited yet. Going to bring up some of the fallen heroes, including Valtaja.
Too Easy's behind, but he gets spotted out too.
That's...
Wow. Yeah, Taimu went absolutely crazy. He was McCreeping above. He got in a flashbang behind the enemy team, led to those first 2 kills. That was able to allow him to charge his Deadeye. He got in for the 3rd kill as well, and that was all Taimu on that point.
I'm taking a look. They're trading back and forth, but really, this is incredibly quick time being set by IDDQD. They feel very much at home in Kings Row right now, and it's weird given the last series we saw where they had periods where they weren't quite this strong, but they're coming out very strong here right now. Maybe gelling a bit more. Deadeye coming out from both sides. Taimu able to get out Too Easy. Unfixed getting taken out by Nabridgebuff, so really both back and forth here.
Yeah, Cruz caught a no man's land there, had to try to run through that Deadeye. Did not work out well for him. They do have some ultimates to work with on defense. They have a Resurrection and an Earthshatter coming up.
Yep, Unfixed. Not really close to the barrage, but still laying in the rockets. A nice big AoE rocket hits the vast majority of the IDDQD side. But really, this is trouble for United. They have to defend for another 3 minutes. IDDQD with a lot of momentum. They're moving forward. Offensive Soundbearer is out. Here they come. In comes Taimu with the Deadeye. Going to take out Winghaven is Tvik. Back and forth both sides. Too Easy taking out Tvik. 4v4 into here. Resurrect coming up to the defense. We'll see if it's enough. Unfixed. Justice rains from above. Gets a kill with it, but goes down immediately. Down goes Valtaja. Too Easy, one of the last remaining defenders here, as both sides suffering a whole lot of casualties, and down goes Too Easy the Taimu.
Yeah, pretty much a full wipe there on defense. Only 2 up now. They are going in panic mode. Here come the Divas.
Yep, they just want to stall for a while here, but really, I mean, stall time. Look at the amount of time that's left. They still have to stall for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That is a tall order. In comes the defense zone. They're not even able to get on the point in time. There it is. IDDQD striking a very quick first blood. 1-0 so far in the set over Reunited.
Yeah, that was all IDDQD. Doing it on offense for a change. It seems like offense have been stronger lately. Defenses have not been able to hold as well as they used to. This is likely be a resurrection play. But generally, I mean, that was a very fast first cap on defense. It used to be that capping first point on Kings Row was difficult for most teams. Not been the case lately.
Yeah, I mean, both teams able to get through a time of 3:15. That is lightning fast coming out from IDDQD. So, yeah, I mean, IDDQD was struggling big against Creation in the last series, but finding their footing against Reunited here, going up 1-0. It's going to be Reunited's next map choice, and we'll see where they bring us.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. They got so rolled on that first point. I mean, sub 4 minutes, like look at 3:55, we consider very fast. 3:15? 3:15?
I mean, we have seen sub 3 minutes before, so it's not quite our fastest time we've seen, but...
IDDQD, actually. 2:58, I think.
Yep, so we're going to find out what the next map is shortly, but IDDQD definitely finding their stride here on map number 1, and maybe just playing 2 sets in a row helped them. I mean, they got a lot of warm-up against Creation, and Reunited had to sit a little bit after playing their first set, so maybe that's a factor too.
Yeah. Oh god, I just got the blinding white lobby screen.
Yeah, see, my lobby screen is normal right now, but I don't know what causes it. I think it's just some form of alt-tabbing, maybe. Who knows?
It's unpleasant, that's all I know.
So we're waiting for United's map choice. For those who are just tuning in, this is the inaugural day of the Overkill.GG League. We're going to be bringing you some of the very best games in Overwatch over the month of April into early May. The top 8 teams have been invited, 4 from each region, and we're going to be here throughout the week bringing you some great games. And Hex, who are we sponsored by?
Well, of course, we are sponsored by our initial sponsors who threw in a ton of cash. Our prize pool begins at 5K. 5K being short for $5,000. Now, that is, of course, furnished by G2A and DX Racer. Game codes, G2A, awesome chairs, DX Racer, you guys know the drill. And then if you want to get in on it, we got a Match Reno page. Exclamation point Match Reno brings you to the tournament page for our Overkill League. That is available to you if you want to donate extra cash out of your pocket. That's awesome. But if you don't want to and are like, hey, don't you guys usually have coupon codes? Yes, we do. The coupon code is Overkill. Donate for free, as we like to say. Throw in your dollar, leave a pithy message, and we might read your remark on the air.
There you have it. The man, the myth, the master, Hex, when it comes to just awesome.
It does. In all honesty, it does make it easier when you actually do like the sponsors. You know, so it's we joked about different sponsors that we didn't have the other day. I could not be happier with the people who actually do support this. We've met the guys from Match Reno. They're very cool. They seem like very genuine people. We've had nothing but good luck working with them. DX Racer, obviously, you can see I'm a big fan of DX Racer. G2A has been very cool giving away copies of Overwatch 2. So it's very easy to promote things that are actually cool for people to use and buy in the community.
Yep, so the next map will be Hollywood, too easy calling it out, and IDDQD will be on the attack first, so we get to see more of your favorite map, Hex.
Well, I mean, kind of, because we got to see it once, but we didn't get to see my favorite part of the map, which is the second stage. Yep. So, of course, I'll be rooting for offense here.
So really, you just want someone to get past point A.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, we had a set the other day that went to Hollywood on point 2, and I think maybe it was Cloud9 on it, but we got to a point on the second stage where I stopped and I told everyone, do you get it? Do you get why I love this stage? Because it was wonderful. And the second stage of Hollywood it's almost always fireworks. It's always fun. It's a prolonged fight over rooftops and high ground. It's wonderful.
So we're ready. The teams are ready. We should be getting here in just a moment.
I wonder what country owns the .gg extension, because business has to be booming, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, so many esports things are using .gg now. It makes sense. It's, you know, if your .com extension is taken, why not go to .gg? I mean, works out.
Yeah, so you might be wondering why we're saying overkill.gg. That's because we have a wonderful website that is overkill.gg. And again, it's easy to sell out for stuff that you think is cool. It is just beautiful. Our designers did a wonderful job on the site. So if you want any information that we're not providing for you on the cast, go to there. The whole schedule is up. Anything that you want to get information on for our league that we're running here to close out beta phase of Overwatch is at overkill.gg. And just huge props to the people who put that up. Like, this was an idea that had not even really manifested less than a week ago, and then everyone just put in a ton of work, and now it's happening. It's even surprising to me that it's happening. By the way, we need that GIF of the Overwatch "It's happening."
The GIF "It's happening."
I requested it.
They're asking for it. It's like, we are ready.
Oh, we're born ready.
Absolutely. So we are getting in here. This is map number 2, Hollywood. Reunited looking to take things back against IDDQD. I mean, both these teams have played each other very, very close. IDDQD coming out very, very dominant on Kings Row, but Reunited is a team that can snap right back, and they looked great earlier today in our first set, so would not be surprised to see them come back and take Hollywood here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little rough, but that could just be IDDQD is already in form today, having played a best of 5 games already. You know, I always like to warm up a little bit getting into Overwatch 2 before I click that scary competitive button. So, you know, they didn't look awful, did Reunited. Just IDDQD looked really good on offense, and that's really all the first map came down to. So we'll see what we see on Hollywood today. Hopefully we get to second stage.
Yep, second stage is where a lot of the magic happens. You see tons of switch-ups, tons of different compositions, so many different ways of playing it, but taking a look at the defense for Reunited as they roll out, we're going to have Winghaven on the Reinhardt, Cruz on Lucio, Too Easy on Symmetra, Baltaja on the McCree, Unfixed on Junkrat, and Morte, generally speaking, he usually likes going Zenyatta here, but who knows, we might see the double Lucio. Nah, it's going to be a Zenyatta, of course.
Yeah, you called it, so you cursed it. But on offense, though, Tvika's going to take to the skies as Farah. Chipsogen will likely be trailing him on his Mercy. Nabridgeabov, of course, holding the ground down is Lucio, Taimu on McCree, Internet Hulk on Zarya, and Coco, steady old Reinhardt.
Interesting thing coming out here, given that what we've seen all day, is that no team is running a Widowmaker on offense or defense. Widow has been such a fixture recently. Anytime you get a point where you're not seeing any Widow on either side, it's like, wait a second, what? But
yeah. It almost becomes a game of like someone's going to run it first, then someone else is going to have to run it. Who's going to switch off at first? What's the answer? So interesting that you noted no Widows here.
So that is the starting bell. Both teams now trading off poke. Reunited trying to be a little bit aggressive, but backing off immediately. Take a look here at Tvik as Tvik comes over the top, looking for that fair harassment. We saw him do a lot of work on Hollywood before. Let's see if he can do it again. They're coming over the top. Winghaven, though, able to get first ball of the game, takes out Taimu, putting the odds a little bit more in Reunited's favor. Tvik looking for poke, having trouble getting over the Reinhardt. And wow, Junkrat going way into the air, but Altaja coming in from the flank, takes out Tvik. And now Reunited potentially in a position of cleaning this out.
Yeah, defense holding pretty strong there. I mean, they were able to get in offensively and take some of that high ground with Tvik, but on Farah. But after he was taken out, it seemed like it really ended that aggression. I'll be interesting to see if they just try to move in and maybe post up on a different angle, as we've seen offenses do time and time again on Hollywood.
Yep, taking a look, we have Coco moving in. IDDQD looking to take this point, not wasting any time. Both teams still full strength on this push. Taimu versus Valtaja in the back. Taimu going to win that battle. Winghaven, though, coming back, taking out Internet Hulk with still 5v5. And Taimu looking to go way around here. Oh, he has a teleporter in his sights. Takes out Too Easy with a right click. RNG in his favor. Moving forward, will he get the Junkrat as well? Taimu going off. Takes out the teleporter. Takes out 2 players. Looking for more. My goodness.
You know, like, it looked like a 3K, but then I noticed it was just a teleporter. Then I'm like, no, not just a teleporter. Taking out the teleporter is almost more important than killing a person here. So Taimu going absolutely huge. We are gonna get to second stage.
And Hex, like, you can't see his face right now, but he is so happy. We are moving to the second stage, though, and we're gonna see if there's any switch-ups here, and there already is. Too Easy going to that defensive Widow.
Yeah, they do take the second rooftop here, and also Unfix coming up on Genji, which I really like to control the rooftops. It's going to be a battle between the combo here. Tvik's going to try to get in and take control of the skies here, but everyone up top, Valotaja, Too Easy, Unfixed, all looking to shut that idea down.
Taking a look here, Too Easy looking for early picks. We'll see if he can get them or not. Has trouble with the Reinhardt shield, but really all of Reunited very content to be on the top here. Taimu in some trouble, getting really chased down. Has a Discord orb on him. Winghaven able to take up chips. Too Easy picks off Taimu. 3 kills for Reunited so far. They are pushing this in. Coco able to take out Unfix if nothing else, but IDDQD on the payload. We'll see how long that lasts. Baltaja leaping in off the speed boost. Tvik with the barrage also going to get taken out. And Too Easy going absolutely ham on the defensive run for Reunited.
Yeah, Tvik solo ulting on Morte Zenyatta, you know, down with this Omnic in particular.
Oh, they're moving forward. Winghaven on the top. We see Deadeye coming out from the offense from Taimu. He's going to hold it in the end. He goes down, so already 65 in favor of Reunited. Winghaven probably looking for an Earth Shatter here, waiting for that shield to drop. Goes in with the charge, brings Coco back. Coco's going to go down, and now the door's open from the Earth Shatter, if it's even necessary, but Too Easy going ham, picks off 2. He's just going to hold on to that.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought IDDQD had a lot of momentum going into this. They had a bunch of alts up. They had, you know, TV on Pharaoh ready to go in and control the rooftops, but a really nice initial hold is leading to this secondary hold. And once you get a sniper set up on rooftops in Hollywood, it becomes really hard to break. So that's why Taimu was coming up on a sniper of his own.
You have Taimu right now looking to break that shield, and we'll see what Taimu does in the sniper v sniper battle here. Team and 2EZ, oftentimes very evenly matched. And IDDQD now getting some good push on the payload. Voltage able to take out Tvik. Tvik is going to be down. And now a 6v5 in favor of Reunited. We'll see if Taimu can even the odds at all. Looking to take out 2EZ. It would be big if he got this pick. But meanwhile, we have a Genji Dragon Blade coming out. Unfixed with the defensive Dragon Blade. Already took out Chips. Can he get more? He's stuck in the Graviton Surge. Earthshatter comes down, and down he goes. Ultimate's just spelling the end there for Unfixed.
Yeah, really nice patience there. Waited for a couple seconds of that Transcendence to already be off before the Graviton came in, able to actually get some damage done in that clump. But 2EZ still alive.
2EZ and Taimu in an absolutely epic Widow duel. 2EZ able to win that, and now able to lay down Sniper Fire on the rest of IDDQD, really making his presence known here so far. We're going to take out Lucio. Lands one hit, not able to get the headshot, but still, this has been a great hold from Reunited so far in the Streets phase.
Yeah, I mean, they've even given up rooftops, and that's fine. Internet Hulk does come in on Winston, which usually you see when you're having trouble taking the high ground, not to finish off an initiation here, but the defense is going to start a fight.
Defensive Sound Bear coming out. Reunited looking to go big here. Internet Hulk getting in on the Widow. Doesn't get the value he wants. Voltage takes him out. Tvik, though, able to take out Unfixed. 5v5, taking a look at Tvik. He's on the top, looking for what he can do here. He is damage boosted, and this is really good positioning for McCree. Raining down shots from above. Has 2EZ in his sights. Has to be careful, though. That was a winning battle for Widow in many cases, but not this time. Takes out 2EZ despite the disadvantage. Moving forward, and IDDQD in a very good position here.
Yeah, Unfixed had been dead most of that time, which is how they're able to put those squishy and hit classes right on the rooftop there. No one pressuring them out. Now they're in a weird spot on defense.
Earthshatter coming down, going to knock down some of the defenders there. Not quite the fall. Voltage taking out Taimu. Tvik, though, oh my goodness, goes off, gets a double kill. And the momentum very much in favor of IDDQD as they get to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, 4K there. Valotaja in no man's land. He dies. Kind of a suicide there. It'll be interesting to see if he comes up on the same hero, because he did not need to give his life away for that fight, unless he was just trying to trade.
And take a look at Taimu. Taimu being very, very aggressive here, getting damage boosted by Chips. He wants to try and get a kill here and just snowball this more in IDDQD's favor. He's looking for what he can get. Oh no, Reaper's coming in. No! Unfixed just gets wrecked. He did not expect a Widow there. And now this is a big advantage for IDDQD as they move in on the last point.
I know that feel is Reaper.
Oh, Voltage, though, able to come in, takes out Taimu with ease, and Reunited not giving up just yet. Deadeye is out. Internet Hulk in deep trouble. Deadeye is done. Down goes Internet Hulk. Voltage trying to be the hero here. Coco takes out 2EZ. It is back and forth on both sides. Reunited fighting back. Oh, Coco, though, with the Earthshatter. Voltage going to get crunched, but then immediately resurrected, so not over yet for Reunited.
Yeah, but Taimu has his ultimate up as Widow, making him be able to see through those walls, see the outlines. Offensive Widow on Hollywood last has been great, but Winghaven and Voltage combined for 3 kills. Defense is stabilizing.
What a beautiful team fight. Great stuff from Voltage. Great stuff from the offense. Just, wow. Just putting on a show for all of us watching this here today.
I love Hollywood.
It is a great map. So, taking a look here in terms of things that are going to be happening. We do have a Deadeye up from Voltaja. It's coming out as we speak. Looking to see what he can get here. They has to worry about the chill. He's just going to settle for Tvik. Takes him out. 65 now for Reunited. Taimu coming in off the flank. Looking for that pick on Voltaja. They're going back and forth. Taimu going to go down. Gets hit by Lucio for the final killing blow. Offensive Earthshatter comes down, does not get any value. Coco going to have to back up off of that. Meanwhile, Voltaja in hot pursuit almost takes out Coco outright. And this defense is being very aggressive. Resurrection is up, and they want to wipe out IDDQD here, but here comes Tvik coming in with the Deadeye, is able to take out Cruz. This is all sorts of back and forth right now. Internet Hulk with the Tac Visor, laying down a lot of fire. Defensive Earthshatter's out, in comes Winghaven. He's going to take out the Lucio with that charge.
He took 4. The follow-up still wasn't there, though. Tvik's able to take down Winghaven even after that. Now the Resurrection puts them in a good position, 6v4 right now.
Yeah, Tvik running in, is able to take out the Reaper. Takes out Mercy. There will be no extra Resurrection here. IDDQD now threatening. 2 minutes left on Hollywood, but they're looking at Taimu with a double kill of his own. and now Reunited on the ropes as IDDQD coming real close to capping this out.
Unfixed switched off Reaper, even though he was at 98%. They're just trying to get to all tracers. Not enough there at the end. A good stall out there, though. Not a terrible defense on Hollywood.
So, IDDQD going to finish it out, but Reunited, that was a good defense as you brought up, and a very beatable time. We're just going to have to see what Reunited brings out on their offensive run.
I don't know why it's so funny when people are just shooting at someone on the ground. For me, it's humorous. I've never been shot at the ground. I'm sure in that position I wouldn't find it so funny.
You know, I'm sure getting shot at any point is probably pretty
but it's
bad,
like,
I would say.
I'm already down. I'm already... Why?
It is a little bit of piling on. You know, you think to the Simpsons clip of stop, he's already dead.
Yeah.
But in that case, he's not actually dead. It's your job to make him dead.
I know, it just feels cheap. I don't know what to say about it. It's humorous. We're gonna get some clarification. Is it Tvik? Is it Tvik?
I'm not really sure. I've heard
TVIQ?
both, so I'm just going with the, you know, just easier way of saying it for now. If we can get it's Tvik with, you know, as if it leak or something, then
Yeah.
sure.
I've always gone Tvik because he's French Canadian, so I just assumed Kappa.
We'll get clarification. For right now, we'll stick with Tvik, though.
All right. It was actually somewhat easier when he was Pluppy. The Plupster, the Plupperino.
Yeah, Pluppy, I mean, that was a catchy name.
Yeah.
There were so many, like, different variations you have Pluppy, where Tvik is kind of... I mean, I get it. It's his name that he's usually used, but can we bring back Pluppy?
Yeah, I mean, what's with IDDQD and having people, like, rostered up that aren't their actual names, and then they're like, I want to be called this, I want to be called that. Like, no, dude, you're an abridgeabup. It's way more fun to say than Harry. Yeah,
right now, you're not Harry Hook, but... Taking a look at that IDDQD defense as they roll out, we're gonna have Tipsogen on the Zenyatta, Tvik on the Junkrat, Coco on Reinhardt, Taimu almost certainly not gonna be on Lucio. He's gonna switch up to McCree, Internet Hulk on Symmetra, and Abridgeabup, otherwise known as Harry Hook, as the Lucio, something he is very, very well acquainted with.
Yes, little Pluppy Junkrat coming in here. Unfixed is going to be unfair, and as you've said before, I look for big things from Unfixed. He's been playing phenomenally lately. Balutaja is going to be playing the offensive McCree. Morte for the moment is on Hanzo, but it is likely he will come up as Mercy instead. Cruz will be on Lucio, Winghaven on Reinhardt, Too Easy on Zarya. I'd be really surprised if they run a single support being Cruz on Lucio. There goes Morte.
Indeed. So, 8 seconds until things begin here. 8:03 is the time. That timer is going to start here in just a moment, and we're going to see if Reunited can bring this back and even up the series 1-1. So, both teams trying out Poke here to begin with. Taking a look at Unfixed. Unfixed, of course, on the fair again. We've seen him do a lot with that today. Both teams trying out Poke, and we might be getting into it sooner rather than later. Their speed boost is out. They're not rushing in on this just yet. They're taking their time.
Yeah, a very methodical push in here. I think at some point Winghaven's just going to get the shield up, and they might speed boost past this first point and go to the left, or they're just going to go right down Main Street.
Yep, right now, I mean, we've seen this a lot where teams in Hollywood, sometimes they'll take the methodical approach and it can really work out well, especially if you don't give the other team a whole bunch of ults. Both teams are still at full strength, trading off Poke, looking for that all-important first pick. Neither team getting it just yet. Reinhardt shield getting low. And I think we're going to see something happen here soon. Meanwhile, on top, Junkrat trying to spam in. That is Tvik. He is under fire from Unfixed, though, almost going down. Taimo and Chipsogen, though, able to crack the lines, get the first 2 kills of the game, make it 3 kills as Tvik gets a kill on Cruz. Now 4 kills for the defense, and Reunited going to get pushed back here.
Yeah, they're in trouble with Resurrection.
Oh, and here comes the tire just for good measure. Ouch. Down goes Voltaja. Graviton Surge coming up here for Reunited. I'm a little bit surprised at that. I mean, they do have some people alive. They did have a res, but the overall tempo of the fight wasn't really going in their favor here, and they're just getting pushed back. But hey, good for him. Too easy for getting the Graviton Surge up that early to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually kind of reinforcing it. They still have a decent fighting squad up here with Too Easy, Cruz, and a second support up top in the Mercy, and now they're just completely reinforced. So
they're getting back in. This isn't not the worst so far. Voltaja actually able to get in and takes out Tvik there. So really, Reunited able to sort of regroup. They will have another Resurrect up soon. Unfixed firing over the top. Both teams fighting for control at this point right now. McCree trying to get through the corridor, having some issues. Barrage is up. Justice raining from above right now. Unfixed with 1 kill. Can he make it 2? He does take out both in the Abridgeabup and Taimu for the double kill. Good stuff coming out from him. Meanwhile, look at the teleporter coming in back in the health room of all places. So it's not over yet for IDDQD on their defending run here.
No, and I think that's why they wanted to prolong the fight earlier, did Reunited, because they knew that teleporter was down, so they had the reinforcement advantage. Now with the teleporter back up through the midst of this fight, they're not going to have the reinforcement advantage, and they're probably going to get pushed out.
At the point blank tire came in, took out Winghaven. Tvik, though, getting killed by Unfixed. And yeah, very interesting fight, very back and forth on both sides. IDDQD, though, able to hold in here. A very bend but don't break defense coming out. And they're going back onto the point, and here we go again, Hex. Pharaoh shots coming out. McCree almost killing Unfixed. Unfixed having to run for his life. As now both Reinhardt's on top of the point. Both teams going, looking for that first pick. And this is just craziness right now. Taimu coming in. Tvik able to take out Morte. Taimu on the defensive flank, looking for Unfixed. Needs to land one more shot. So close. Unfixed, though, able to live. Still alive is Unfixed. Moving to the back. Might even have a Graviton Surge up, or a Barrage up soon after that Graviton.
Yeah, he's
good
just
job
going
on
down to
Unfixed
get
staying
back right
alive.
now. Again, they want to prolong this fight knowing that the teleporter is not up. They do have the reinforcement advantage, which is why they're still in. Morte comes into the huge res at the end. Teleporter is going to go down momentarily, but Hulk in a terrible position to drop it.
Now taking a look here at the offense, Unfixed here, landing more shots, and this is just, what a crazy back and forth fight. Finally, point A is captured by Reunited, but that was just nutty. That was one of the longest Hollywood point A fights in terms of being back and forth I think we've ever seen.
Yeah, no, it was really smart, though. They wanted to stay in. That's why we saw kind of some strange feeling Graviton Surges, but it was all because they knew they had taken out the teleporter, and they knew they had the advantage in that fight. That's why you saw them so heavily prioritize the teleporter the second time they initiated.
Yep, well, they are moving now. The payload finally getting some good progress. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remain for the offense here of Reunited. Certainly plenty of time to finish out the map, but they need to have a dominant street space here. They can't get mired in it, or their odds of winning the game are just going to go far, far down. And Tvik able to take out Unfixed. Some good McCree play coming out from him.
Yeah, they've got the rooftops now, and they're just trying to keep putting. Coco has enough of people on the roofs as it's mines. Earthshatter's down the top. He might be able to take out Too Easy to finish this too.
Yeah, that's going to be a big team wipe in favor of IDDQD off that Earthshatter of Coco, and that's going to clean things up a bit. So a good defensive hold here for IDDQD, and they're buying themselves some valuable time because now they only have to hold for about 3.5 more minutes.
Yeah, I thought the offense was going to be in pretty decent position there, but Coco actually using an interesting Earthshatter. They're going to try to take this roof back now, which is why Unfixed is on the Winston.
Yeah, Taimu in a lot of trouble, going to get taken out by that Winston. Down he goes. Big offensive advantage now for Reunited if they can capitalize. They also have a lot of ults up, so this very well might be Reunited's time as they move forward. Would expect to see an Earthshatter coming up soon. They're waiting for a better position here. Winghaven has to sort of go in and around back to that card. He's going to get healed up. They still have an advantage. Sound Bear is going down for both teams. In comes the Earthshatter. Knocks down 2 people. Down goes Chips. The other Lucio still alive. Taimu, though, in the middle of that, able to win the sniper duel versus Too Easy. And Tvik and Taimu coming in big, getting another 2 kills to the total of the defense. Resurrect coming up, though, so this fight is not over yet. Both teams giving their best shot. Coco on top of the point. Down he goes. Tvik might be coming out with Deadeye any moment now. Has a Winston in his face. Has to back up. And down he goes to Too Easy.
Too Easy with his revenge on those kills. Gets out Taimu and Tvik right there. Wonderful kills. It's got to be so nerve-wracking getting resurrected, standing wide out in the open as Widow, though.
Too Easy on a roll, able to take out Tips and moving forward. Oh my god, that shot on Taimu! What was that? He just flicked to Taimu, took him out when he was right next to Reinhardt. Absolutely amazing. And that is a great play from Too Easy, and now Reunited with wall momentum in their favor.
Yeah, he's got wall hacks up as well. There is a high noon coming down from Valotaja, cleans out the rest of the card. They're going to be able to get this point.
Yep, Reunited getting this point. They still have 2 minutes left to cap this out. They can bring this back, Hex. IDDQD needs to get at least 1.5 more team wipes if they really want to hold on to this. And oh no, Winghaven crunches Tvik against the wall.
Good momentum going here now. There is a resurrection up for the offense as well. We might see some hero switches coming in from the defense as they come to this last point. Offensive sniper is going to be holding sway as there's no defensive sniper up as they choose 2 McCrees instead.
Yep, they're moving forward. Winghaven with the Earthshatter at the ready. A big Earthshatter here could spell game for Reunited. 1:30 on the clock. They need to win this team fight, but if they do, they can take this map away from IDDQD. Incoming Earthshatter, but comes in from the defense first. Down goes Winghaven, and the defense with an absolutely beautiful engagement. 3 kills coming out from the defense. Res is going to come up, probably not going to be enough. Earthshatter does come down from Winghaven, though, and I say not going to be able to, they're coming right back. 3 kills for the offense. Really back and forth. A great res from Morte, opening up the possibilities here. Internet Hulk in trouble as Winston's eating a lot of fire. Another 3 kills coming up from the offense, and now Reunited on track to take this map away from IDDQD. A minute remains. In comes the Divas Hex. And we might be in the phase of just the defense chaining kills, trying to delay. They don't have to delay for long.
Yeah, they're in kind of a transition into panic mode as they run 1 Tracer, 1 Diva, and then second Tracer onto the point. They're not a full transition. It looks like, oh my god, last second Hulk on the point.
Yep, they're on the point. This is absolute craziness. Both teams on top. Earthshatter comes down from Winghaven, gonna knock down 3 people. Not able to get all the kills though. Unfixed takes out Chips. Taimu takes out Morte. The offense with more power on here, but the defense just needs to stall for a mere 30 more seconds. It might seem like a long time, but if the Tracers can stay alive and do this, we're gonna find out. This is absolutely close. In comes an Earthshatter though. Exclamation point. Door is slammed. And Reunited going to take map 2 away from IDDQD. And once again, we have ourselves a series 1-1.
Wow.
Play of the game.
Yeah, more resurrections. But there were some big reses in this game that really changed the tide, so it's not really surprising to see this one here. Yeah, this was near the last fight.
Yep, this is near the last point. Good res coming out from Morte. And this is actually the res that really helped seal the deal for them. So a good time being set by Reunited. Both teams just incredibly close. I mean, you're talking about a time of 8:03 versus a time of 7:48. Just so closely matched. And I can't wait to see what we see from the rest of the series. And don't forget, guys, this is not even our last best of 5 of the day. After this, we're going to be bringing you Impulse 11 versus Creation. So buckle your seatbelts, stay tuned. We still have more Overwatch coming your way.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm out. These matches have been so close. It's so nice to see, like, the teams. For a while, it was always so one-sided. We saw so many 2-0s. We saw even best of 5 finals go 3-0s a lot of time. The matches themselves have been closer. The sets have been closer. The level of play has gone up across the board throughout everyone's play throughout beta. It's been so interesting to watch. And man, I mean, I don't even know what compositions teams are going to run. There's not really a standard. Teams are busting out so much different stuff. I don't know. What maps are left? What maps are we going to? They don't know. Numbani, Gibraltar, Volskaya left in the pool, apparently. Oh, man.
Yep, Volskaya is still in the pool, so that's one of those things that's sort of lurking in the wings. I do think we might be going to Numbani for the next map. That would be my guess, but hey, this could end on Volskaya. You never know.
Well, it looks like Gibraltar is getting queued up. That is IDDQD's pick. Reunited is going to pick either attack or defend first. Teams have been favoring attack first for the most part on payloads. We'll see if that actually holds true as well.
Yep, I mean, generally, I think it just comes down to the fact that people realize that when you know how you have to defend, what time you have remaining, you can sort of alter your defensive setup a lot more, which is why we have seen a very, very distinct shift towards teams preferring to attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's just working with more knowledge, right? I mean, knowing what you have to beat, what you have to do, etc. Is a little nicer for the defense. It really does change on how you're going to play, the style you're going to play, knowing that you only have to stall out rather than, beat a certain time. So they are going to choose attack on offense is Reunited. So Reunited attacking IDDQD's defense on Gibraltar coming up next.
Yep, watch point Gibraltar. Of course, we've seen a lot of crossfire defense on here. A lot of we talk about the streets phase in Hollywood, but the hangar phase of Gibraltar has a lot of switch ups. Also, apparently, this is Dvex coming in saying that the beta is going down in an hour, I believe, for a patch. So this is going to be the last best of 5 of the day. We're going to slip the other best of 5 in, I believe, next week. So I was saying buckle your seatbelts and all the rest, but we're going to stay in here for this best of 5. And for those wanting to see Creation versus Impulse 11, that will happen on another day.
All right, so we do have some donations for our Matcherino page. You're asking what's our Matcherino page? Hit exclamation point Matcherino. That'll give you your exclamation of Matcherino, explanation of the exclamation, etc. Sign in at the top. That brings you through Twitch. You know the whole deal. Right now we have 305 donated towards our $500 goal. Just so you know, that is not the tournament goal overall. We already have $5,000 in the tournament prize pool. That's just already started. This is only our Matcherino page right now. We did have donations from my buddy Deathblow, who says Hex is greater than Bastion. I'm not sure he's right, but I'll take the compliment anyway. He threw in $5 of his own money on top of using the coupon code Overkill to throw in that extra buck too. So thank you very much to Deathblow.
So we are getting ready here. We're ready. Most of the people in game are ready. In fact, I'll say that we're ready. Just because I am terrible at saying when we're ready. Just my thing. I don't always say it properly.
Yeah, it's definitely something to work on. We'll go through it in our notes where we heavily critique ourselves after each cast. Well, we'll go through and break it down.
Well, the problem there is at some point, then they'll just assume you're always ready, and then if you're not ready, then what happens then?
Well, then it becomes really bad when the match starts without us being ready. So it's better to err on the side of caution, as always.
Regardless, we are getting in here to Watch Point Gibraltar. The series is evened up 1-1. Both teams showing us a lot of good stuff here today. IDDQD, of course, very dominant on Kings Row, but REUNITED striking back in a close win on Hollywood. What does the future hold for Gibraltar? We're about to find out.
Yeah, of course, the site of the epic short movie Recall. If you haven't checked that out and you like animation, you like Overwatch, get in it. It is a great animation. I love that art. This is not even selling out. A huge fan of the Blizzard art department. It's really what drew me to Blizzard games to begin with anyway. I've always enjoyed the art style overall, and even though I never really played World of Warcraft, I like the lore. I mean, they've added so many of the Hearthstone characters to World of Warcraft, right? Kappa.
So, taking a look at the defense coming out from IDDQD, we have Chipsogen on the Zenyatta, Taimu and Internet Hulk on a pair of 76s, Coco on Symmetra, Tvik on the Tracer and the Bridgeabup, otherwise known as Harry Hook on Lucio.
Yeah, so the double 76 and a Tracer into it, whatever you want to call that composition, very good at this distance damage poke. I imagine you'll be seeing those 76s for most of the game. Offensively, to try to deal with that, though, they are going to run unfixed on the Genji, which is a smart little counter to that. Valotages can be on McCree too easy on Widowmaker. Winghaven will be on Reinhardt and Morte on the Mercy, and Cruz on Lucio.
Nope, this is map number 3 in our best of 5 series. Both teams trying to go up 2-1. And here comes the offense of REUNITED.
Yeah, so Coco's just going to be throwing orbs down here trying to get some picks, and they're going to stagger these healing beams, I'd imagine, up top between Taimu and Internet Hulk. Just getting some poke done, not really trying to get a ton of work. Valotage too easy, though, getting work done themselves. 2 picks early on.
Yeah, Valotage on Too Easy absolutely going off early in this game. Taking a look at Too Easy. Too Easy really having himself a way more consistent day as Widowmaker. He's been playing well all day. So this beginning of this, no exception. Sentry turret's going down and REUNITED with long momentum. Down goes Coco. They weren't able to get a teleporter up or anything like that. And oh, Internet Hulk just got crushed. A great snipe from Too Easy. Makes it a double kill. And now REUNITED off the Widowmaker of Too Easy, getting a lot of momentum in their favor.
Yeah, and Tvik apparently had enough of Too Easy, just tried to bum rush him on the Tracer. That didn't work out. Tracer is lurking in this backline, though, probably looking for a value pick, probably on Morte. No one sees him.
Tracers do tend to creep, and Too Easy actually switching off. Even though he has recon sight, he is switching his class here. I'm not sure to what. We'll find out in a moment. And Too Easy going to a Reaper, so that's interesting. Offensive Reaper coming out here on the hangar phase of Gibraltar.
Unique was still in the backline on his Tracer, trying to get some done, but he does form a good distraction as the rest of his team moves in on defense.
Internet Hulk just got stunned by the Reinhardt charge and taken out. The Winston Howl was real. Unfixed as McCree now moving forward, getting stuff done. Down goes Voltaja, however. Both teams trading up. Poke Taimu was the one who took out Voltaja. But overall, REUNITED still with a lot of momentum as they go forward in this hangar phase. Resurrection going to come up, going to bring them back up to full strength. And now Unfixed looking for that all-important next pick.
Yeah, Too Easy obviously not liking the sightlines here in the hangar on his offensive Widow. Does come up as the Reaper. As you mentioned, he was at 90% charge, but that does not surprise me, Too Easy.
High Noon versus Tactical Visor. Voltaja wins that. They are moving forward. 2 kills for REUNITED, and the general theme here is that they are pushing back IDDQD. IDDQD has not been able to stabilize. They haven't been able to get presence on the point. And REUNITED moving through this hangar phase with an incredible amount of haste. 8:45 remaining for them to get to the last point. That is insanity.
Yeah, I mean, the hangar phase has not been a daunting task for teams so far today as they've been cruising through it. Unfixed does have an ultimate up here for High Noon. Really, they want to get past this bend to really kind of solidify their push through this corner because this can be a pretty tough choke despite how it looks.
Yeah, we see Tvik right now. He was trying to crack the Reinhardt shield. Reinhardt actually backing up to let that shield regenerate. And we'll see now if he can get vital pokes one way or another. Taimu's still on the McCree. Winghaven moving forward. They're just holding with the payload here, not doing anything too crazy. That shield, though, under a lot of fire. They have to be careful. And here comes the offense of IDDQD. They're moving forward in a very quick fashion. Taimu takes up Voltagia, but Winghaven striking right back. Takes out Nabridge. Resurrect comes out, and Reunited turning this in their favor. This is 2 kills for them so far, but here comes a defensive res. And we have ourselves a fight.
Yeah, but you're going to see this answered very quickly by an offensive res if Morte can stay alive. They know they have that advantage now, so they're going to go for a fight.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Sound barrier coming out from both teams after both teams out of res. Both teams going to lose one there. 5v5 still. Tvik and Too Easy looking to pick each other off. A very tense Widow duel as the payload moves forward. Morte with another res coming up for the side of Reunited. Voltagia able to take out Taimu. Still pushing forward. Has Deadeye at the ready. Could be seeing it any moment here. And Reunited getting the momentum on their side. Winghaven unfixed, able to pick off kills. Too Easy takes out Chips. And after a very, very tense fight between both teams, Reunited getting the advantage, and they are about to set a very quick Gibraltar time.
Yeah,
here,
Chips with a valiant effort trying to get in, get some damage and healing done so he can get into that resurrection. Unable to do so before he was killed, and that is leading to Reunited's huge momentum here. I don't think they have enough to hold this.
No, I mean, the most they can do is stand up, but look at that. The Resurrect coming up. They have another chance. That is a huge Resurrect. Resurrect that actually can turn a fight around. Earthshatter coming down. Doesn't really do much. Too Easy able to take out Coco. Both teams playing on the point. We'll see if IDDQD can turn this. It would be amazing if they did. But 4 kills coming up for Reunited. Honestly, both teams getting their kills there, but Reunited going to get the momentum. But what a res. Still bought themselves a lot of time.
Yeah, he wanted it a little earlier. That's why he sacked so hard onto that, trying to get damage done. It did kind of come up towards the end, bought them a little bit of time, but a pretty impressive offense there from Reunited.
Here comes Split. I think this is Chips' res at the very beginning. That was I'm pretty sure that was a 5-person res.
Oh, it's right at the end.
He's just creeping over. Oh, he got a little bit of the last ult charge he had from that heal. 5 people down, 5 people up. Wasn't enough to turn the point in IDDQD's favor, but still a nice resurrect nonetheless. But 4:22 is the time, and that is a very intimidating time to beat, to say the least.
Yeah, Resurrection's a weird ultimate because you don't want to hold it very long just because it charges so fast that you feel if you're holding it, you're like, well, I could have rezzed one and then I would have had it up again. So if you hold it for about 30 seconds, it almost feels like a waste. That's why you see reses used so quickly now.
And so, we are moving forward here to our next map. 4:22 is the time to beat. And really, IDDQD going to have their work cut out for them if they don't want to fall behind 2 maps to 1 here on Gibraltar. But hey, I mean, today has been a day of seeing teams come back with really good times. Defense not exactly at its peak today, so don't count anything out. And IDDQD, of course, has set blazing times with Gibraltar before, so we're just going to have to see what happens in this next map.
Yeah, it's definitely been a banner day for offenses across Overwatch. That's been a shift that we've seen kind of coming the last few weeks or so. I'd always mention that the best teams in Overwatch have the best defenses. Not been the case recently.
Indeed. I mean, hey, the game is changing, the meta is changing, players are getting better, finding new things they like, and we'll just see how things go. But taking a look at the defense for Reunited as they run out here, we got Voltagia on McCree, Unfixed on Winston, Morte on Zenyatta, Winghaven on Reinhardt, Cruz on Lucio, and Too Easy going to be the final piece on Widowmaker. And let me just say, Too Easy, I've seen his Widowmaker play in a whole bunch of different games. He's had his bad days, he's had his good days, but today has been a great day for him. And now that I say that, watch him just switch off Widowmaker. You know, he also has a decent tracer from time to time, too.
Yeah.
But with that, let us know what we're saying on the other side, Hax.
Yeah, if you guys are just getting familiar with teams, though, Too Easy switches more than any hero ever. As you mentioned last game, he had ultimate up. Doesn't matter to him. If he feels there's a better hero for a situation, he will switch to it without regard. Chipsogen is going to be running the Mercy on offense. Coco will be on Reinhardt, and Bridgebup on Lucio. Taimu and Tvik will be running both the McCrees, and Internet Hulk will be hulking out on Winston.
They are moving forward here. We're going to see what Taimu and Tvik have up their sleeves here early on. They're going to need to move very, very quickly here if they want to beat the time that's set. 4:22, not an easy time to beat. 4:20 seconds left on the clock. Here they go.
Yeah, they're holding actually pretty far forward. I know it doesn't look too much further forward, but it's much further forward.
We have Too Easy in the back being a real pest as first. We'll see how that works. Taimu able to take out Winghaven. First blood of the game. Unfixed takes out Tvik. 5v5 now, and Too Easy again. Still being a pest, causing Reinhardt to turn around. We'll see if that pays dividends. Morte on the bridge above. Both teams trading off kills left and right here. Not very one-sided at all as really just back and forth on both sides.
Too Easy kind of puts an end to that fight with 2 kills late into it, and I think the strategy here from REUNITED is just to brawl it out. They're happy with trades, knowing that they set a very fast time, that any kills they get will slow down IDDQD enough to win this map.
Absolutely, Too Easy going forward, looking for pickoffs in the back. We're going to see what he gets. Definitely was able to buy a lot of time in that first fight, causing IDDQD to have to go back. Taimu, though, able to just take him out immediately. A vicious stomping by Taimu. He's coming in over the top with a Deadeye. It could very well be High Noon here, Hex, and he does not quite get the value he's looking for.
Morte and Valataja with a couple kills to their own. Taimu then answers Valataja, taking out his opposing number, and they're just primal rage all over the place.
Kree's going absolutely wild here. Taimu with an extra pair of kills, landing a big fan the hammer on Winston Yez's midair. Big headshot on Too Easy, takes out the Tracer. Taimu and Tavik making this the Wild West as they go forward. And not even stopping here. Valataja under assault. He wasn't even looking at Taimu. And REUNITED making a lot of quick speed, or IDDQD making a lot of quick speed here, but they still need to go forward if they want to beat the time that REUNITED set.
Yeah, about 2.5 minutes left to finish out this map entirely. You see them pushing very far forward, trying to get some poke done. Taimu looking to crack that shield. He does, and Tavik comes in and finishes wing him, and got double cowboy.
Valataja going to counter and take out Tvik. The defense now starting to solidify a little bit, but still 5v5, and REUNITED, or IDDQD with a lot of momentum behind them, so REUNITED has to be a bit careful. Internet Hulk able to take out Too Easy. Both teams going back and forth here. And taking a look here, Morte does have a defensive Transcendence up, so I could see the defense rolling in, popping Transcendence, and seeing what happens. I think that's exactly what we might be seeing here in just a moment. Taimu over the top, looking for poke. In comes the Transcendence. Transcendence is out. Deadeye was out. Absolutely did not connect. Both teams firing at each other. Tvik and Coco, though, able to get 2 kills. Valataja striking back with a double kill of his own. Deadeye is out for Valataja. Off the res, picks off an extra kill. Both teams on the point. Coco, though, big Earth Shatter coming down. Gonna knock down multiple people on the defense. Taimu striking back with a double kill. Absolutely craziness back and forth. Resurrection, sound barriers, but the bottom line is that IDDQD is still moving forward, Hex.
Yeah, made some really nice time through there. Winston going absolutely ham towards the end. On Internet Hulk, they have a couple really nice offensive ultimates to work with, especially considering this last point. I would imagine they'd like to keep this going and let Hulk use Primal Rage towards the end to lock down one of these doors.
Tvik just got a double kill going forward there. More space created here for the side of IDDQD. They have a minute 15 left, and while the time set by REUNITED was incredibly fast, IDDQD is going at an equally fast rate. They are moving forward here. This is non-stop action. Both Reinhardt's fighting each other. Defensive Earth Shatter comes down. Did not get quite the I was looking for. Taimu with the double kill. Tvik with the Deadeye, looking to get what he can get. Doesn't get anything off it, but instead headshots Lucio down. The kill feed is nothing but red, and IDDQD could be on the verge of beating this time, Hex.
Yeah, 4 kills. They do have 40 seconds left, and like I said, they are saving those ultimates. They're saving the Resurrection. They are saving Primal Rage. Hulk wants to lock down one of these doors. After the next set of kills, he's going to go on to it. There it is, right there.
Yep, there he is. The Winston just in, knocking people back. Earth Shatter is down, going to knock down the defenders as they come back out. IDDQD looking to solidify this. They have 30 seconds left. They still have to move. 3 kills comes down from IDDQD. REUNITED on the verge of losing this. They need to hold out for another 23 seconds or so. This is incredibly close. IDDQD with another 2 kills. Down goes REUNITED. Multiple kills. They just need to stop this respawn wave. Cruz comes in. Down he goes to McCree. Tracers are out. 10 seconds remaining. This is one of the closest things we've seen. The kill feed nothing but red. But all REUNITED has to do is keep stalling it. They need to stall for a few more seconds. 3 seconds are saying GG. On our time, it says it was not, but I think the timer was a little bit slow, and I do believe that was REUNITED's map. We're gonna find out in a second. The official timer is 4:22, so if it's less than that.
I had it for defense, my time.
Yeah, I had it for like, the timer was a little bit slow, so I think it was also a defensive win. My goodness.
Yeah, this initiated the fight going in towards the end. Taimu was able to get that kill, picked up a couple more. This allowed them to really open up towards the end. Like I said, they were saving that all over the door. Such a close round, but 4:31, definitely a slower time. REUNITED's map.
It is absolutely a slower time. Somehow the timer ended up a little bit slower. I don't know how, but certainly very close game between both teams, and wow, gotta say, REUNITED going to hold it, so they're gonna go up 2-1 in the series. Now it's up to IDDQD to see if they can bring it back.
So one of the remaining maps is Volskaya. I'm trying to remember the other remaining map. It's Payload. It's not Hollywood. It's not Gibraltar. It's not Kings Row. It's not Dorado. Just gonna bring up the draft screen again. I know I have it here. Numbani, yeah, that's right. It's either gonna be Numbani or Volskaya next.
That makes sense to me. So,
I mean, Numbani, we've always we associate, you and I especially, with Reunited. They're very good on that map. They've lost it once or twice, but I think, you know, even given the choice of taking your opponent to a map that they're familiar with, or going to Volskaya, you're going to go to Numbani 9 times out of 10. That is what IDDQD chooses to do, and IDDQD has had great success on this map as well. The big thing you want to look at is where they're going to run their defense, if they're going to run hit scan or Junkrat top left, if IDDQD is on defense, and really the initiation. That's a little map that you see a lot of double Winstons on to really take that high ground away from the defending team as quickly as possible.
yep, so sides are good. We are getting right into this right away. We're letting them know that we're ready. It's going to be Numbani, IDDQD versus Reunited.
Hey, you said ready in chat. Good job.
Yeah, I'm saying it ahead of time, even though, like, technically I'm not even fully ready. I'm just saying it so I don't forget after.
Well, Volatile just says he needs a minute, so.
Volatile needs a minute anyways. And yeah, I mean, really, either team could take this. Of course, we've seen many, many good showings on the Bonnie from Reunited, but as you mentioned, IDDQD is no slouch on this map as well. And really, this is any team's game.
No, and the last 2 times these teams have met, it has gone to the deciding game 5, and hopefully we get, you know, if we go to a game 5, then we get that in before the patch is incoming. And, you know, who knows, I know we're doing NA tomorrow in our Overkill league, you know, for beta here. And the meta might change tomorrow when we step over to NA to cover some of the top 4 NA teams that we've invited to this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow we get some of the best in NA action. And if there's a patch later today, which it appears there is, I mean, we could have changes in the meta as well. Who knows what's going to change?
Yeah, I mean, the patches have been very aggressive by design from the development team. I've actually loved their approach that it changes everything so much from week to week. They're obviously collecting a lot of data, trying to get as much information as possible to make the best game possible. And they're clearly listening to the community in so many different patches. So what the patch brings, no one really knows yet. It might just be bug fixes, which is doubtful. It's not really a game that only does bug fix patches. So we could see something brand new. Every time there's been a patch release, something has changed nearly drastically, and I, for one, really enjoy it.
Definitely. And I mean, it's going to continue as we go forward. Like, obviously, when we get into release, you're not going to see the patches coming out quite as drastically. Like, they'll respect the status quo a little bit more, but the Overwatch dev team has shown that they're very, very dedicated. They go out of their way to look at what's going on. They look at everything from pub play to competitive play. They watch these tournaments, they see what's going on, and they make the appropriate changes. And it's a level of interaction that is just absolutely refreshing. And it goes to show why the game has a bright future ahead of it.
Yeah, interaction and transparency. I mean, you saw the face of Overwatch development on one of the panel shows, and the name eludes me at this time. It's not, I just can't remember. But he shows up. He does an interview with Fish Sticks and Chan Man.
The one and only Jeff Kaplan.
Right? No, not his name. The name of the show is it Overview?
Oh, yeah.
Is it the Overview?
The Overview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many views and overs and drives and everything everywhere. But yeah, showing up to just like a community panel show that was phenomenal. Just he answered everyone's questions. I just love the interaction of the development team. It's like even the small tracer gate that happened, they were very transparent about their answers and their honesty with that. They could not have handled it better in my opinion. So it's been really cool to watch. And I mean, all the spouts from that. We're getting a patch tonight, so we're ready. We're going to try to get these games in, and I think we're just headed to game right now.
Yep, we're heading the Bonnie. This is map number 4. What we see here is Reunited looking to close out the series with IDDQD. They're up 2-1. They've had a very impressive showing so far, rebounding back in force after a disappointing Kings Row run, and now IDDQD has to take the next 2 maps if they want to add another point to their total here in the Overkill.GG Overwatch League.
Yep. So I mean, we got juked out. They said they're ready. We're ready. Everyone's ready. Someone.
But one's in the toilet.
What? Wow.
No,
we're entering game.
Well, that's what Too Easy just said a moment ago, but we are getting into game. It is Numbani.
Oh, man. Aren't they European? I thought that word wasn't even a phrase in Europe. I thought it was always a water closet, which sounds so much classier, much fancier.
It does sound a lot classier than toilet. I mean, toilet just sounds dirty. Water closet, I mean, you know, I just had to visit the water closet, adjust my monocle, and go from there.
Exactly.
But taking a look at the defense here that's going to be coming out from the IDDQD side, we're going to find out what it truly is in a moment. They're running those triple Lucios to speed boost out their Symmetra, getting every last bit of advantage, laying it maybe an extra turret or 2 on the opening. It's smart, and we've seen a lot of teams copy it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be running a Torbjorn too, something that IDDQD has loved. What'll be interesting though is if they run a Torbjorn on offense, which we've seen them do before as well. And what are we seeing on defense? Is this a troll or are they rolling out with this?
I don't know. He's definitely purposely beep booping a lot, so it could be a troll, but if it's not a troll, we're going to find out soon because he can't really stay out here for too long. So, taking a look here at the defense coming out from IDDQD, we got Coco on the Torbjorn, Taimu on a Widow, Internet Hulk on everyone's favorite Bastion. That's why he had to leave the cast earlier today. T-Vic on the McCree, the Bridge Up on Symmetra, and Chipsogen on Mercy.
Yeah, El Presidente has places to be. This should be fun to watch. On offense, trying to deal with this, for now at least, Winghaven will be on the Reinhardt, Morte will be on Mercy, Cruz on Lucio, Velutaja on McCree, Unfixed on Ferret, Too Easy on Widow. So pretty classic looking reunited offense coming out.
Yep, they're coming out.
Right, damage boosted Bastion.
Damage boosted back. I mean, he already does enough damage as it is, but now he has damage.
Oh, he just deletes people. You just swipe over, they're just gone.
Yeah, the first person that comes over might be eating a face full of Bastion lead. We're gonna find out.
They might think something's up here because he's in a really cool spot that you can't really get eyes on him, so he's gonna have first crack at everyone, but they might know something's up just by kind of the lack of everything else. They're coming to the right side though, completely.
Oh, there he is. Here comes the Bastion, damage boosted, cracking the Reinhardt shield like it's nothing. Down goes the Reinhardt shield. Winghaven has to run, but meanwhile, look at the back, Unfixed, getting value, takes out Coco and the turret. So this is still a 6v5 in favor of Reunited. We'll see if Bastion can turn the tides, but Voltaja takes out T-Vic, make it 6v4. Reunited looking very disciplined. Down goes Bastion, the Too Easy. The Bastion Dream is dead, and did Symmetra just get knocked off the edge? I think she did. Down goes Symmetra. And Reunited not at all phased by the appearance of Bastion. Rip our favorite robot friend.
Timer, the only one alive, got a couple kills to even things out a little bit. Too Easy living very dangerously trying to take out Timer, and Timer wins that.
Yep, and look at Unfixed. Unfixed getting deep in on the Mercy. Down goes Chips, and the payload moving with astonishing speed here. Reunited looking strong here on the money.
Yeah, a little bit of hubris, though, coming out there from Too Easy. Like, you had a shield, hide behind it, but he thought he could 1v1 him in the sniper battle. Was wrong. Was absolutely wrong.
Yep, so they're going to move forward. We're going to see what happens here. Unfixed behind the shield. And over they go.
Alright, so no more Bastion anymore. Internet Hulk actually comes up on a Winston instead. They are running double McCree on their defense as well. So a couple tanks, double McCrees, a couple supports coming in. I think they're going to try to initiate a fight.
They are going to initiate there, moving forward. Taimu looking for the kill, is going to take out Voltaja very cleanly. Chalk one up for the defense. They're moving up. Winghaven takes out Coco in a Reinhardt battle. 5v5. Down goes Too Easy though. Momentum with IDDQD as they push back. And we do have a Resurrect coming up for the defense. They are just all up, all pushing in. And they have to be careful there not to overextend because they're being so aggressive here.
Yeah, but they're just really good team positioning. Tanks always at the front line, taking some of that damage. Reinitiation by Internet Hulk, actually. They're not done with this fight.
No, but Reunited coming back strong. Voltaja will take out Internet Hulk. They have a lot of ultimates at the ready. In comes the Deadeye from Voltaja. Winghaven charging in. Gets Coco dead by opening him up for the Deadeye. Earthshatter could come down. Grabs two. Winghaven, though, going to get taken out in the end. Look at Unfixed, though. Unfixed coming in over the top. Landing rockets. Making some value off that. Deadeye coming up from the defense. Not going to connect. And Reunited takes that fight relatively handily.
Yeah, their work around McCree and his ultimate as a playstyle is second to none. There's a video out there of Reunited highlights that I recommend everyone checks out. The first 3 minutes is just the comms of them cracking Reinhardt shields and getting 4Ks on high noons, or Deadeyes, whichever you prefer to call it.
Yep, so they're moving forward. Unfixed with the damage boost. Reunited just cruising along. 7 minutes left after they cap that point. And all things looking out for them. They still have a lot of ultimates on the offense. They still have a barrage. Unfixed looking for that barrage. Justice raining from above. Not able to get an immediate kill off that. Eventually helps take out Coco. So that's one kill. He's going to get resurrected up immediately, though. So both teams still at a reasonable level of power here as they both jockey for position here near the last point.
Yeah, a lot of damage going down on IDDQD, though. Voltaja does finally take out Coco. Follows it up by taking out an Bridge Up as well.
Taimu coming in from the back, takes out Unfixed, looking for anything he can get on the defense. Resurrect can come up, though, bring up those fallen offensive heroes. Voltaja was able to take out Internet Hulk. Too Easy taking out Taimu. Now very, very aggressive, has Mercy in his sights. Mercy in trouble. Down goes Mercy to a rocket from Unfixed. and they are just rolling forward. Reunited really pushing forward at will here. IDDQD having a lot of trouble stabilizing on this map, and we are already rolling to the very last point, and here comes the last gas perhaps from the defense. Earthshatter coming down. Will IDDQD be able to stabilize? Defensive sound barrier is out. Tvik and Coco with a kill each. They're moving in. Internet Hulk in on the back. Things are looking a lot better for them. Winghaven takes out Taibu. Unfixed striking back, takes out Tvik. 4v4 on the point. Defensive Resurrect is up though from Chipsogen. And we'll see if this is enough of just red and blue all over the place right now. And this is nothing short of craziness.
The first 2 kills on Reunited were against Too Easy and Volatasha. That's both McCree's down, the source of most of their damage. There simply isn't enough damage to be dealt out by Pharah in the sky with that limited ammo clip. Unfixed almost had a barraged up. Switched now to Winston on the offense instead. He was at 90%. Now switched to Soldier 76.
Yeah, a little. I guess they thought, hey, maybe Winston's like, nah, you know what? Maybe just go 76 instead. He's going to bring that out. And we'll see if this is the winning combination here for Reunited to close out Nambani. They're moving forward. Lucio speed boost is out. They're moving in. In comes the defensive Earthshatter. Hammer down. Doesn't quite do what they're expecting. Reunited with 2 quick kills, making 4 kills. They are not at all deterred by the defense coming out from IDDQD. They cut right through it. Good mechanical play coming out, and they're just going to roll to this next point. A little bit surprised to see IDDQD get knocked out like that, but there it is. A very quick time being set on Nambani by Reunited.
Yeah, they took that first point with ease. I don't know if that was necessarily their offense or just the defensive strategy of an El Presidente Bastion not exactly working out right. And yet again, we see another play of the game from Chipsogen on Mercy.
Yep, Mercy play game's a lot more common. The changes to the algorithm brings 2 people up, and this is a big deal for them defending the point here and buying extra time.
Yeah, I mean, the fight where they were able to take out both McCree's first really worked out well for them, but then the Resurrection came and negated that later. Resurrections becoming such a huge part of this game, just the timing of them, when you use them, all about the rhythm of it, and oftentimes now, teams just want to fight at full force. It's such a huge disadvantage to be down 1 player, and Resurrection charges so fast that why not bring up that 1 player in a fight?
So 5:07 is the time to beat. That is going to be what IDDQD needs to go through if they wish to stay alive here in this group stage match. Of course, if they lose a single match, it's not the end of the world. Teams are just collecting points as we roll through the month of April, but you want to get the best seeding possible before the playoffs, and you gotta think IDDQD does not want to lose a game this early into the tournament.
No, definitely not. So they are fighting to pick it to a game 5, 5:07 on the clock. I don't know, they just have to really be rethinking that strategy. We've seen them run a Torbjorn before, and that's fine. They've rolled with that before. We've seen them run 5 Torbjorns on defense before. But running a Bastion too, especially without any sort of shielding mechanism, no Zarya, no Reinhardt, might have been a little risky. They got punished for it. So on defense right now, they are going to be speed boosting out Cruz on Symmetra. That is the triple Lucio. Bring her out, get a lot of those sentry turrets up. So they're going to be running a traditional defense. Of course, carried around that Symmetra. Oddly enough, Cruz generally plays the Lucio on that team. He's getting triple boosted Lucio out, so he will not be the Lucio on this defensive squad. I feel pretty confident in calling that Winghaven will be staying on that Reinhardt. And apparently we have a crash from Volatasha.
We have a crash. We are going back to lobby.
Yep. Volatasha cracked too many shields at his game cracked.
Hey, look, we observed too many intense battles earlier today, and we crashed on the observer side, so I know that feel.
Yeah. So we're just waiting on our admin to bring us back to lobby.
It's like, Dvex, save us.
He's always Johnny on the spot. I'm surprised we're still sitting here.
Dvex might be dead. Like, given how absolutely reliable he is, now I'm worried for his safety, but there it is. He was just delayed by 5 seconds, so we're back in. Dvex is awesome, by the way, guys. Like, in terms of admin stuff, his response time is impeccable. He comes in, he cleans up messes. He is one of the best people behind the scenes, so shout out to Dvex.
Yeah, also cool dude, too. Not a whole lot of
He even apologized, like, I'm sorry, it was 5 seconds. I apologize. It's like, you don't even have to apologize for that, man.
Yeah, one of our great GosuGamer admins not only does this, does a lot of Heroes of the Storm stuff too. So he knows how to deal across games. Good on him. Always like to give shout outs to the people who actually make everything go in esports. We're the ones who get are in front of the camera and you hear our voices and we get to promote our Twitters. But there's so many people who make these things happen that any chance we get to shout out to them, we always try to take.
Definitely. So we are waiting here for this game to start, and we were loading right back in. Not a whole lot of time wasted as we get right back into Nambani.
Yeah, but as I was saying, it was interesting that Cruz was the one being boosted out, as he's generally the Lucio main on that team. So I mean, he's played almost exclusively Lucio since they brought him onto the roster.
Yep, but desperate times call for desperate measures. We do see a few different switch-ups here where, you know, whether it's teams developing new heroes that they like playing or... I don't know, take it what you pick, but either way, Cruz on Symmetra. I think what that means, though, is that they probably won't be running a Lucio at all on defense for
You would
Reunited.
imagine, yeah.
And we've been seeing that more, where teams have actually been eschewing Lucio for the first point, control point defenses, and trading him out for, say, a Torbjorn or something else.
I mean, I would be really surprised if Too Easy stays on this Lucio. Maybe Morte will. I doubt that even, but Too Easy does not strike me as a Lucio.
So, taking a look here at the defense. Yeah, I think Too Easy will switch as well, but we have Morte on the Zenyatta, Cruz on Symmetra, Unfixed on the Junkrat, Winghaven on Reinhardt, Volotaja on McCree, and Too Easy going to switch into everyone's favorite aimbotter, the one and only Soldier 76.
It's a tactical visor.
It's not an aimbot, it's just a tactical visor.
So he'll probably be posted up on this high ledge here, and they're going to do their best to unlodge him with this double Winston offense. Internet Hulk and Coco will be playing our favorite scientist. Tivik will be on Genji for one of the first times today, and Bridgebup will be on Lucio. Chips will be playing Mercy, and Taimu will be on the Pharah.
Yep, so the timer is started, a little under 5 minutes now remaining for IDDQD. They need to move, and they need to move fast, and Taimu and Fairy don't see that very often. He is taken out immediately by Unfixed. Not the best start for Taimu here on this game, but both teams getting their licks in early on here on the Bonnie. T-Vic coming up as Genji. Coco able to take out Too Easy. Coco takes Morte, a lot of value for everyone's favorite scientist here. 3 kills now for the offense. T-Vic picks up a double kill. And IDDQD absolutely blazing fast here to start out in a Bonnie.
Yeah, very quick initiations. It was actually really smart. A lot of times teams will double blind in their Winston onto the high ledge. It was good that they didn't because they saved one of the Winstons to be able to initiate on a different place and time as well. And despite the nice play from Unfixed Junkrat, he was not able to hold that. He now comes up as a Genji.
And this is interesting. T-Vic actually dropping the Genji for a McCree. Given how much he's played of Genji in the past, it's interesting that Genji's sort of fallen out of favor in that regard. Taking a look at Taimu on the Widow, looking for early pickoffs, no longer on the Pharah, and he's taking a very interesting approach to the middle of nowhere. We'll see if it pays off. Meanwhile, Too Easy able to take out Coco. Aardvark not quite paying off for his Torbjorn. Too Easy in the back, takes out the turret as well. Oh, Taimu now has Zenyatta in his sights. Will he take him out? Misses shots, gets him down finally. Doesn't take any damage for the wear. And the creepy flanking Widow doing some work here, but oh no, 3 people on top, that is it. He is taken out with extreme prejudice.
So we're moving pretty good now, and we do see the offensive Shoreburn's got a turret set up behind the cart. Now he does get in position on top of the cart. We've seen some teams struggle to deal with the turret on the cart, and now they're even going to put Hulk up there too. As soon as it's under pressure, he's going to be dropping a shield around it, put a fishbowl around that turret, and that cart is now a tank.
Yep, Coco, the one and only Pirate Torbjorn, and really, looking at the time here, a good time being set thus far from IDDQD. They're just sort of rolling here. Reunited has not been running the aggressive defense that we usually see from them. Unfixed, though, takes out Taimu. We'll see if they can snowball that into something more. Dragon Blade could be coming out any moment. Incoming Deadeye coming out from the offense does not connect. Dragon Blade, though, is connecting, takes out the turret, looking for more, trying to get chips in the back. He gets stunned and taken out by T-Vic. T-Vic not having any of that Dragon Blade, and the offense still at full power.
Yeah, I mean, kind of an odd initiation, though, but now as the spike goes on and on, they are getting the better side of it on defense, although it's back and forth all over the place. Morte is going to eventually get taken out.
Deadeye coming out. There's at least 2 people in this. Down goes Cruz to that Deadeye. The kill feed a little bit more red than blue here. Both teams, though, throwing really good looks at each other. Tracer swarming on top of the payload, wanting to prevent the checkpoint if possible. Another 3 kills for the offense. Make it 4. Time with a big pickoff, and IDDQD going to continue to move forward. And now IDDQD, with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left, we very well could be heading to a game number 5.
Yeah, all the time in the world for them, as it seems, and Too Easy has a pulse bomb up that could end this match very, very quickly. Taimu with a very nice pick on Too Easy to deny that pulse bomb from slowing down the cart.
They just got another 2 kills between Coco and Too Easy. Like, they are moving really, really quick here. Too Easy and T-Vic doing a lot of work, and we're gonna see what happens here. Coco on the cart.
They have yet to really deal with this turret.
Too Easy going down there in the bridge up, and Reunited are having a lot of issues holding here. IDDQD really yet to be stopped in this game. T-Vic takes out Cruz. Coco on the Morte. Both Lucios are down. And while Reunited is getting a few pickups here and there, it's not anywhere near enough. Aardvark paying off for Coco. We could see a Molten Core any moment here to seal the game. might not even be needed.
No, but you do it for style, please. No, I didn't even get there.
Didn't even get that. That was Reunited getting beat with a minute 30 to spare, and it's not like their attack time was slow. That was just blazingly fast by IDDQD, and it almost felt like Reunited never really... I love that play of the game intro. Just watch this. Forget whatever I was saying.
I mean, just the character, like the actual character personality of Torbjorn is phenomenal. It makes me laugh.
I think the pirate just adds to the mystique. Aardvark.
You know, a lot of people will mock a Torbjorn, but actually Coco has put a lot of work in on his Torbjorn, able to hit in actual primaries and, you know, secondary shots of his actual gun, not only relying on his turret. And it's not an easy gun to get the hang of, really. There's some interesting fallout and stuff that happens. So, granted, his gun does have auto-aim. He does not, and he did some work there with his primary fire.
Indeed. So they're moving forward. Is now 2-2. We are going to a decisive map number 5. So that's 2 series today that have gone to 5. That is amazing, Hex.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I was here to do it, and yeah, we were generally going to a 4th set of the day, a 4th best of 5 in our Overkill league, but because we're having a word of an incoming patch, we're going to push that back to our next time that we see the EU teams. Tomorrow we are going into some NA action. We'll be starting much later in the day to accommodate our North American viewers as well. So right now we're going to Game 5, and do you remember which map it is?
It is the one and only Volskaya Industries. I'm getting some deja vu here. I mean, the last time these teams went to 5, it also ended on Volskaya, where Reunited was very close to breaking IDDQD's then streak. They had 2 minutes to get the last point. They weren't able to do it. So these teams, no stranger to facing off against Volskaya as a final map.
No, it seems like it's happening more often than not that our 5th map ends up being a control point map. So teams are going to have to adjust to these kind of map picks. And yeah, last time I think it was GosuGamers EU number 10. This was the finals came down to this map.
Well, they're either going to have to adjust these maps or they're going to have to stop playing chicken with the map draft, because they let the capture point maps get in, even though neither team is really a fan of them. They still let them in because they figure it's not really going to go to 5. We'll beat them before that. And yet here we are still going to 5 yet again.
Yep, so it looks like Reunited is going to attack first. Or no, that's IDDQD's pick to attack first.
Yep, IDDQD deciding to attack first. Attack first, obviously, having a few advantages over defense first here, and capture point maps in particular, because that really, knowing what time it is that you have to defend for, really affects how you approach your defense, how greedy you are, how safe you are, and all the rest. That is a really big deal in determining strategies, so attacking first, definitely a pretty decent advantage here on Volskaya.
Right, and it puts the defense in a bad spot too of, do we still keep sacking on this first point to try to delay first point? Do we fall back on a second? And that can win and lose maps for you. What we've seen on this map in particular is if a Symmetra gets her teleporter up, and this is of course you know, important on every defensive map, more so on this one because of how long the walk is from first spawn to first point, that if a team can defend their teleporter for a while, then they're in a really good position on defense. If they're unable to do so or unable to get a teleporter up, it is really rough and they almost have to give up that first point. Conversely to that, we see a lot of offenses dive really deep trying to get those teleporters down. So the Symmetra play is something to watch on Volskaya.
Yep, and we're not wasting any time. People are afraid of the servers going down. We are getting in here. Map number 5, IDDQD versus Reunited, Volskaya Industries. And this should be a good one.
Yeah, no idea what is going to happen here. Last time on this map, we saw defenses very heavily favoring 76s and double tracer play, the kind of double hit scan composition, hit scan 2.0 as some call it in some circles. We'll see what they have on defense. It looks like Unfixed will be playing a Soldier 76. Winghaven is going to be on that Symmetra. He is their Symmetra player right now. They're simply speed boosting him out. And if you want a demonstration on how long this walk is from first spawn to first point, it requires 4 Lucios to get a Symmetra there in any sort of decent time.
It's the world's fastest Symmetra, though. Look at how quickly she's getting up to this point. She's going to have this turreted up in no time.
Sanic Symmetra.
Sanic Symmetra. Now, we would play the Sanic theme over the stream, but not only would that have copyright issues, but headphones users would actually die.
There was a mod for TF2 a while back where someone made the Sanic, you know, the really poorly drawn Sonic, a mod for the Scout, and that infested servers with custom skins on it for a long time. It was humorous for the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, but then it lasted forever. But
Yep.
take a look at the defense now that it's actually set up. We're going to have 2 easy on the Tracer, Unfixed on 76, Morte on Mercy, Cruz on the one true Lucio, Winghaven on Symmetra, and Voltaja on a McCree.
One beat to rule them all. On offense, Tvik will be on the McCree, Nabridgebup will be on Lucio, Coco on Reinhardt, Taimu on offensive Widow, Internet Hulk on Zarya, and Chipsogen on Mercy. Pretty standard offense coming out here, and actually somewhat standard defense. Surprised we're not seeing a little more hit scan. Voltaja, of course, just going with his main on McCree.
Yep, makes a lot of sense. And take a look at 2easy. 2easy looking for a quick pick off here on Tracer. It does have to back off. Doesn't like what he sees. Both teams trading off poke here, but IDDQD being very, very aggressive. They want to try and end this map with extreme haste. 2easy having a bit of issues here, but no, he outplays Tvik, takes him out for first blood of the game. That was some beautiful Tracer play coming out from 2easy. Defense getting in a few extra kills, and IDDQD perhaps going to get sent back here, but they've already gotten a third of the point, so even if they do get wiped here, it's not the worst push for them at all.
Yeah, some decent progress made there, of course. I'm surprised actually how quickly they abandoned this top ledge. I thought they were just going to hold stout here on defense to try to get this teleporter up where the sentries are and maybe just have the Tracer kind of dash back and forth on the point to stall it out. Offensively, they are switching into double McCree, and here comes a Winston into that mix too. I think they're going to try to take this ground.
Yeah, McCree is on top right now, looking to see what he can
David's
do.
gonna drop the telly though. He's got it.
And this is really going to help the defensive teleporter being up. Unfixo staying on the back, looking for the poke as 76. IDDQD not wasting any time, just getting on top of the point. Tvik looking to potentially get in through the building, decides against it. Both teams poke each other. Nabridgebup though going to go down. Winghaven with a big orb to take him out. Voltaja takes on Internet Hulk. 2 down for IDDQD now. Make it 3 as Coco gets shot in the back by Unfixed. The Resurrect coming up though, and I think Unfixed going to have people in his sights. Here he comes. Tac Visor is out, laying down fire, not getting any kills just yet. Finally takes out Chipsogen, but ends up paying for it. 3 members of the defense down, and IDDQD here potentially with a opportunity to go forward. Morte has his res up, but he's not there just yet.
Yeah, the Resurrection still missed 2 people, though, just how it was timed out, so that offensive Resurrection not really doing as much work as it could. They do have to be a little bit careful. They've used a lot of teleporter charges so far.
Yeah, the teleporter actually about to run out. They only have, well, 3 charges, not quite about to run out, but they're not going to have quite the immediate reinforce, but still not a bad defense coming out. The teleporter definitely helping them to secure that there. Taking a look at the offense here, I'm going to know that we might have double dose of high noon. Taimu almost there. Tvik almost there. They only hit a few shots, so just be prepared. That being said, we have a defensive Deadeye coming out from Voltaja, going to get a lot of value. 2 kills down for Voltaja. And that is 4 kills overall for the defense, and IDDQD having some trouble getting through here on point 8 Volskaya.
Well, Hulk does knock Winghaven off of the cliff there. The initiation is actually pretty decent from them, and Hulk and Coco get into the back lines very quickly, picked up a couple kills. They rezzed out of it, though, and were able to stabilize on defense there, despite Hulk being able to primal rage Winghaven into the ocean. Or is it a C?
Offense for IDDQD, though, not wasting any time. They still have double Deadeye up. I gotta think we're gonna see it here on this push. Down goes 2easy. They have a huge advantage now. 6v5, they need to push this. They're moving in. Speed boost is out. No Deadeye's out yet, but perhaps soon Voltaja trying to hold on to it. Tvik able to take out Voltaja. This is now 6v4, at least for the time being, but a big orb comes in and takes out Taimu. Winghaven with the big Symmetra orb, making the plays happen now. Left clicking down Tvik. Is this happening? Is Symmetra going to happen? No. Tvik gonna stop that right in its tracks. But that was close. Meanwhile, though, for the offense, they are starting to make good progress here. The kill feed way more red than blue. Down goes 2easy, just gets shot in the head. Unfixed goes down. Tvik making this his own personal Wild West, and point A about to get capped. And now we'll see if IDDQD can keep the momentum up into point B.
Yeah, during that skirmish with Tvik and Symmetra, he also took down the teleporter too, which was likely out of charges anyway. Pretty decent defense, though, for the first point. They were able to hold that pretty long, getting the teleporter up. Also a huge boost to that defense.
Look at this.
Huh?
Yeah, just Tvik using this to his advantage, coming in off the platform for extra speed on this Deadeye. As is able to take out 2easy, and the offense not wasting any time on diving in here. I love the opening. We do have a Deadeye coming up from Voltaja, though, striking right back, takes out Tvik. Defensive res is up, and this is going to be quite a fight. Defense trying to push it out. Offense swarming. Resurrect coming out for the offense. Heroes never dying on both sides, and this is pandemonium, but 2 kills extra for the defense. Tvik, though, takes out Voltaja. This is kills all around. Fight totally split out. Taimu able to take out 2easy. And now IDDQD starting to gain momentum on the point. Winghaven and Cruz, the only 2 remaining people. Unfixed coming in off the respawns. Winghaven and Unfixed able to pick off a kill each. This is so back and forth, and the defense is going to hold here, Hex.
Yeah, the entire reason they used that resurrection on offense is because Taimu went down with 98% of his Deadeye up, and now he was able to get it and get it off, and actually a couple quick kills after that looked like a smart decision, but defense coming in at the end, they're able to stabilize yet again, and now Unfixed is the one with this Deadeye up.
Yep, really back and forth, and we'll see what Unfixed does here. But again, a lot of very, very valuable time being bought here. Capture point maps have been known for being capped as soon as 2 minutes, so really, any time that's being bought here is so valuable for Reunited's own attack run. So we see IDDQD, they're coming in off the left side. They're looking for what they can do here. Unfixed just waiting, ready to pop the Deadeye at a moment's notice. Coco going with the Primal Rage, jumping onto that point, just flailing around wildly, trying to make a little bit of space. Defensive sound barrier going to come out though. But it's weird because it can't really dive in with how IDDQD is positioned. This is a very good position coming out. We see the offensive Deadeye coming out from Tvik. We're going to see if he gets any value off that. Taimu off to the side. Both teams still reasonably okay strength. Very interesting positioning battle. Both teams going back and forth. Blue and red everywhere on the kill feed. Taimu, though, starting to make things happen with the last 2 kills.
Yeah, they do have a resurrection up too. I'm be interested to see if Chips gets in position for this. Taimu does get his high noon off. He's trying to zone out on the point.
Oh no, Volatage just ran right into that. I don't know if he knew the Deadeye was going out or not. Too easy going to go down. Taimu picking up a double kill, keep him going, but the Resurrect going to bring up both those kills that Taimu just had, and Taimu's going to have to back out.
Yeah, too easy. Also has a Death Blossom up, and Winghaven has a Graviton Surge, so if they push in too aggressively here, they could get Death Blossom. Also a good answer to a Resurrection that Chips has in his pocket.
Yep, 3:43 remaining on the overall time here. This has been a brilliant defense from Reunited so far. Very good stuff to hang out here for this long. Winghaven, as we were mentioning, does have the Graviton Surge up. He's not going to have the easiest way of going in on it with them coming in from this top left angle, but it's still a threat depending on how the offense positions. Offensive sound barriers out. Here they go. They want to end this right here, right now. Taimu, 2 quick kills, and just like that, they might not even have a res. Morte is down. This is a brilliant blitz coming in from IDDQD, wiping out Reunited members left, right, and center, and they're just going to take that point with ease.
Yeah, a couple ults still in the bag for defense, but just the angle of attack seemed to throw them off. They're coming over top on that angle and just wrecking them. Just absolutely unanswered. Not often you see Lucio play the game.
Yeah, you don't see that. Lucio has some of the coolest play of the game intros, but you don't see them that often. And let's see what Cruz did here.
A ton of damage. Why not? Sure. So
a time of 6:49 being set by IDDQD. And Reunited has to be feeling pumped over this. This is a very, very beatable time for Volskaya. And we're just going to see what happens. Of course, last time we saw these 2 teams fight on this map, Reunited was also really close to winning and then just got held out for 2 minutes longer on the last point. So really could go either way, but if you're a fan of Reunited, you have to be pumped from them here. They have an excellent opportunity to add to their Overkill.GG league score in this next map.
Yeah, I feel 649 is a very good defense, especially having to go on defense first. That's a good time to set. You know, you have nearly 7 minutes to cap 2 points, and they're just going to be trying to ride that momentum. The first 2 pushes of this game will really set the tone. If they're able to get it up before Internet Hulk is dropping his teleporter, it's going to make it much easier for them. And then really for IDDQD, they have to really know when to hold them, know when to fold them here. If they're going to lose first point, you might see people not even scatter in and just kind of go back and truly try to hold last on defense, as last is a much more defensive-friendly point to hold.
Indeed. So, taking a look here at the defense rolling out for IDDQD. They have their work cut out for them. They cannot fold easily here. They need to hold strong. They need to hold for almost 7 minutes, and that is going to be rough. But still, looking at the defense that they're bringing out here, they're not even speed boosting out Symmetra right. Oh, now they are. I think they realized that. I was like, wait a second. We're not helping the Burjabup get to where he needs to get to go.
Yeah, they're just moving. The Burjabup will be on the Symmetra instead of Hulk. Hulk has played pretty well on hitscan classes lately, and not even just when they had roster changes. He was also running a secondary Tracer when they had needed subs in and things like that. So Hulk decent on 76 as well.
Yep, so taking a look here at the defense. Chipson going to switch off of that Lucio, going to a Mercy. There's going to be 2 76s, or no, there's not. Coco actually switching off to saying, hey, you know what? I actually want to be Torbjorn. So Internet Hulk will be on the 76, Tvik on the Tracer, Nabridgebup on the Symmetra, Coco on Torbjorn, and Taimu rounding things out on McCree. So only 1 McCree here in a day that's been filled with double McCrees.
Yeah, I mean, that composition changed all throughout. It's almost like you could see their thought process on defense. Offensively, Unfix is going to be on the Genji. Cruz will be on Lucio. Too Easy on offensive sniper. Valutaja on a Tracer. Winghaven on Winston. And Morte on a Zenyatta. So a slightly different composition. Good initiation here. It's going to be up to Too Easy to get some picks.
Yep, Too Easy going to be looking for those picks. Coco looking for Aardvark to pay off. And I will say, if Too Easy gets a pick or two here early, that could be all Reunited needs to beat this time. We're going to see.
Too Easy right now, taking a lot of damage early.
Oh my goodness, Taimu goes down. An early pick for Too Easy takes him out. Unfix going down the internet hook, but it's going to be a while till they get back. And oh my god, T-Vic just got crunched by Too Easy. Too Easy making this happen, getting some very important picks on Widowmaker. Going forward, Voltage able to take out the bridge up. No teleport going to come down, and Reunited making this look easy as they go in here on point A. A lot of it off the Widow play of Too Easy.
Yeah, really cool initiation there. Not only is Too Easy getting picks there, but they sent 2 to the back lines, 2 on the point, really put everyone on the defensive high ground in a tough spot. Eventually clean up both those kills. What a quick first capture. They have 5:50 left to take the last point.
They have so much time left here. They have all the time left in the world.
Look at these ultimate advantages.
Yeah, I mean, really for Reunited, their best chance here is that they just need to close this out now. They need to use their ultimates, go in, and have it end. They can't get caught up. They can't let time get bought. T-Vic going to go down, so now they have a 6v5 option here. This could be it, Hex. They're moving in.
Yeah, Too Easy's going to be looking for snipes. He has his ultimate up. Valutaja is looking for a pulse bomb to win this game.
Yep, they're going in. Here they come. Valutaja coming in from the back, looking at that pulse bomb. It sticks! It sticks! Down goes Chiptogen! They're moving in! McCree under a lot of trouble here. Taimu potentially about to go down the Voltaja. We're going to see. Morte is able to take out the turret. Unfixed goes in. The kill feed very much red right now. IDDQD trying to stay in. They have to hold this for so much longer. They can't go down just yet. Unfixed able to take out the bridge bump. Winghaven on the internet hook. The progress is moving forward. Sound barrier is out for Reunited. Resurrect can't come up from the defense. This is their last gas. They need to do something. Winston Shield though creating a lot of problems. Unfixed going ham. Juggling Coco against the wall. Reunited, very close to having this. They just need a few more kills. The progress is at 2/3. Going up, and there it is. Reunited going to take the set, avenging themselves from a few weeks ago, winning versus IDDQD 3-2. Wow.
I mean, that pulse bomb taking out the Mercy early really made that a hugely one-sided fight just because not having the resurrection up when they wanted it. It came on way too late. Here comes Cruz with a sound barrier. Oof. That's that late res I was talking about.
So there you have it. Reunited taking the set 3-2. What a set. Close games by both teams. Reunited's patient defense and just solid play and overall paying off today. They actually won both their sets today. So Reunited 2-0 in our Overkill.GG league. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, phenomenal plays, and I mean, all 4 of these teams are going to be very closely matched all throughout of our league play here. Reunited has been a team that I've really liked in every tournament coming through. I think once they start getting momentum, they're a tough team to stop, and what a way to open the day for them.
Yep. So we would be bringing you guys to a 4th game today, but because the servers are going down an hour, we don't want to risk it from our end because best of 5s do take a while. But huge thank you to everyone for joining us here today for our Overkill.GG inaugural day. Great games here today, and I can't wait to see what comes from the NA portion tomorrow.
Should be fun, man. Just more Overwatch brought to you by GosuGamers, man. We're constantly on it. The people in charge of things don't want to give up on don't want to, let up on Overwatch. Pedal to the metal, all moving forward. Overkill GG was an idea a week ago. Now it is a reality, and we're glad you're here with us. We're going to be bringing it to you all month.
Definitely. So, Hex, any final words, shout outs? Do you want to give thanks to Bastion before we cut things out for the day?
No, thanks for Slasher for filling in for me. Thanks for Bastion for filling in as well. Much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see those guys back again. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Hexagrams. It's only about when I personally stream on twitch.tv/Hexagrams and other Overwatch stuff. That's it. Thanks for bringing me in for the cast late as it was, and wonderful. Time is yours, ZP.
Yep, thank you, Hex, for co-casting in. Thank you, of course, to Bastion earlier on in the day for keeping me company during the solo cast. Thank you all for joining. Definitely look out for more stuff coming from Overkill. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back next week. This is going to be one of the best tournaments all throughout the month of April. Excited to be here with you. That being said, that brings us to the end of our stream today. We're going to be wrapping it up. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.